What's up, YouTube? Keith went,
Sorry.
That's quite okay, man. How's everybody doing, guys? Here we go. We got a little live stream going on here. Just some shenanigans with Keith from 93 Lumber. How you doing, man?
Good.
Yeah, you got some beer going on there?
Yeah, this is a local brewery, Conclave Brewing. Ooh. It's their Oktoberfest.
I think I heard you and Matt talk about Conclave before.
Yeah.
Did you drop some stuff? Yeah, I must have. Like in October. So what is it? Like a Märzen or?
Yeah.
Awesome. I love a good Märzen.
Exactly. We call it Marzen here just because it's easier.
Yeah, but I'm the pretentious Dutch guy that I'm right next to the border, so I'm gonna do all the pretentious, like, I know how to speak German.
you know how to pronounce things properly, yeah.
I pretend to, yeah. So what's the time for you right now?
It is 3:18.
3:18. You got a lovely Sunday afternoon going on.
Uh-huh.
Lovely. I'm nearing the end of my Sunday. It's basically 8 p.m. here, 8:18. 8:19. Sorry, it's just hit 8:19. So yeah, there we go. Drinking all day.
Have you been
doing reviews? Oh yeah, man. I've been filming reviews all day. I got this Alchemist Stag Writ going on. So that's kind of nice. That sounds like I'm an alcoholic though. I haven't been drinking like that, but I've just I think this is my third beer for today.
Oh, that's not drinking all day.
Oh, that's decent, right?
I think I did like 5 or 6 reviews in like 4 hours the other night.
I'm looking forward to number 5 then.
Yeah. I think the ones at the end are probably better because I was like in a weird mood because I was like I have to do reviews and
yeah, man.
So I think the later ones are better.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. I have that when I'm reviewing and I'm thinking. So I don't know about you, but for me, most of the reviewing I do is on like Saturday and Sunday. Those are my days off. So those are the days that I can just sort of, with the better lighting conditions and everything, I can spend some afternoon drinking a few beers, do some reviews.
Right.
And usually I'm looking in the fridge going like, shit, I need to review this. I need to review that. That's something I have. So I start off with this kind of like I have to mood. And then by the third review that I'm doing, I'm like, yeah, this is nice. I'm having fun. And then the shenanigans begin.
Yeah. And that's why I did so many, because like I have a bunch of beer in the fridge that I wanted to go in blind. So like I have a bunch of it and I'm not drinking any of it because I haven't reviewed it yet. So I'm like, that's why I did so many, because I was like, I have to review these so I can drink the beer in the fridge.
I know exactly. Yeah, we like last weekend I had James from Rampant Line Reviews. He's from Sweden, from Scotland, from Sweden. It's a long story, and we were talking about this entire time bomb in your refrigerator, right? As a reviewer, where you get all these IPAs, you got them on standby, and you're like, I don't want to drink tonight, or maybe I want a beer, but I don't want to review tonight. And then you get all these time bombs ticking away in your refrigerator, which always sucks. Like, let alone growlers, because you got a growler right now, right?
Yeah. I got this on Friday, I think. So 2 days. That's not bad.
So what's like a general rule of thumb for here we go. Shit just got real.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Wait,
where's my fucking beer, Keith?
I didn't have time. You killed Thomas.
That's a hell of an intro. Where's my fucking beer? Thank you. Wait, I did that wrong, didn't I? I should have gone like. How you doing, Matt?
Good.
Yeah, you got anything in your glass right now?
Yeah. my fucking some shit on my lens. I get this.
Oh, that's one of those beers you were talking about, right? Today, with in the Delirium review.
Yeah.
20.
What?
2013.
Wait, let me focus
2013.
on your screen. Can you show that again? Damn.
9/24/13.
Yeah. So 7 years old. 7 years old. $6 or $7, and there's I think about 14 of them left on the shelf.
So you're picking up all of them?
It's worth it. Let's put it that way.
Ooh.
It's fucking delicious. I was scared. Yeah, it's scared because when I popped it, there was no hiss whatsoever. I'm like, this is fucked. Ooh. But no, I mean, it's like, if I swirl around, it's got great carbonation, still got a great head on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's lovely, man. So you've been reviewing all afternoon, or?
No, just before I came on here, I did this one and that other age one, that triple. Just I was like, because I was just gonna do this, and I was like, okay, I'll do a review before I come on. And then right when I started a review, you sent a message. It's gonna be like 20 minutes late, so I was like, okay, I'll do another one while I'm waiting.
Yeah, go for it, man. Got some beers on standby, right?
Yes, sir.
That's always good.
Ugh. Yeah.
So I'm drinking. I just did a review with the Nerd Sense guys.
Okay.
This Alchemist Sterk. This is like, I don't want to spoil the review, but this is legitimately, and this is from a guy from like the Netherlands who can get a lot of those classic Belgian and Dutch wit beers. This is legitimately one of the best wit beers I've had in a long, long time.
Yeah, they make good beer, man.
Oh, this is awesome. This is great stuff. So yeah. So what's your weekend been like?
Pretty much every weekend. Well, Monday I usually work from home on Fridays, but I had to go into work, which sucked because it was dumb. It's basically because I'm like I work from home, but if there's something that really does need to be kind of fixed or whatever, I'll go in, and basically someone accidentally unplugged something. All I had to do was grab the cord and go and plug it in. So that was awesome.
That kind of stuff is the worst.
Yeah. And that's, that was that. And then pretty much just hung out, did beer stuff, played video games, yesterday, did some chores. I cleaned my fucking room. It looks no different to you guys, obviously, but
not really.
Like ultra cleaned it. Like I managed everything. I cleaned everything, reorganized throughout a bunch of shit. So this room is looks like a normal room now. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, I have to admit the desk looks pretty shiny in comparison to last time. So
no, it's just nice. If I turn the camera around half the time, you'd be like, "Oh my god, dude, you work in a garbage dump." You know what I mean? But there's no empty boxes from beer mails. Or all my music shit over there is accessible if I want to get to it. It's the cables behind this area here. There used to be all the cables. Now it's all managed properly and shit. So
no 20,000 spiders everywhere. What did you mention last time in the review?
Oh, that has nothing to do with this room. It has to do with fucking this year, man. Keith, have you noticed a bunch of wolf spiders or something like that around your house? Or
there's one.
There's one. Yeah, we had a bunch. We don't know where the hell they came from, but yeah.
Or there might have been two. It might have been two.
Really?
Yeah, I've killed personally, I've killed about 25 to 30 of them.
Oh really?
I don't kill them.
Yeah.
That's so weird because
I don't kill spiders either, dude. But when there's 30 of them, they're just all gonna come back in the fucking house, man. What do you want me to drive them off to the prairie and let them go?
No, but those house spiders, the spiders that are kind of in your house, a lot of people are like, I'm not going to kill them. I'm going to catch them. I'm going to put them outside. They're basically domestic spiders. They're used to the inside environment. So if you put them outside, they're going to die anyway.
See, it's the opposite. These spiders are outdoor spiders, and they're just reacting to the cold weather. Because wolf spiders are spiders that live in underbrush and foliage and shit, and they hunt insects. They're not they don't create webs or anything. They're strictly floor living spiders. You don't see them crawling on walls or anything like that.
I'll believe you. I'm a freaking. I got arachnophobia. I'm not gonna go into that spider shit.
No, I'm usually cool with spiders because I know they do so much good. I don't want to kill them, you know.
Oh yeah,
but
no,
I mean,
I get that. But
when you have 8 billion of them, you know what I mean? Like, you know. No, I like Keith, but if Keith came over with 13 Keiths, I'd kill half of them. You know, it's just how it works.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of understand. Hey Keith, man, how's your channel been doing lately, man?
I think good.
I think good.
Yeah, I mean, I think based on subscribers and views, I think it's good. I don't really know because I just look at the numbers. I don't really like do the math or whatever. So I think it's all right.
Let me check that. How many subscribers do you have right now?
I think last time I checked, I had 51.
That's pretty damn good. And I'm just gonna take a quick peek at your views, dude. That's pretty damn good.
He's reviewing all those hyped hazies, so you know he's getting those hits.
Oh yeah, of course, man. You know, like the Julius and all the freaking heady toppers and everything.
I had my first formal complaint about Keith on my channel.
Really? Do tell.
Yeah. Yeah, someone was trashing Keith. Someone was trashing Keith on one of my videos.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for it. I just want to know.
Here, I'll try to bring it up. Let me see if I can bring it up. What video?
Oh, so curious now. I'm so curious. I need to see this. Was
it one of the joint videos we did, or did they just come to your channel just to?
No. It's a video of a beer that you gave me, so I mentioned you and your channel, and that's what it was. So it was the Bond Place voted one.
I voted today.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it here, and we'll share my screen here. I'll share my screen so you guys can see it.
Cool.
And let's share screen one. Share it. Why is it there? Why is this going into the universe? Watch.
Wait. Oh, I just added it. Maybe I should remove it. Is that? You want me to add this to the stream because I'm getting an invite?
No, I can add it to the stream. I should be able to add it to the stream.
Cool.
Hold on one second.
I have several for you.
Oh, you know what? Fuck that shit. I'll just do it the different way. Okay, shit. Come on. It won't let me share the goddamn screen. Hold on.
This is quite intense.
I know. Oh, my browser's going to crash. See you guys.
Keith.
Oh.
Yeah, you ever had sex while camping? It's pretty intense.
It's supposed to be fucking intense.
Fucking intense. Oh, crap, damn it. All right. Yeah. I'll fuck that one up. Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to while Matt's figuring this shit out, just trying to like
Wait, so what were you gonna ask me before? You were asking something right before Matt came on. Do you remember?
No.
No.
I think what were we talking?
We were talking about growlers and stuff.
Oh yeah, we're talking about growlers. What's the general like sort of shelf date for a growler? Because you got a bottle right there, right?
I think the basic range that most people consider is 48 hours. There are some growlers that can last longer, but usually like I try to do 48 hours, but like within a week is probably fine.
Yeah, because I'm thinking with hey Sean.
Hey, do I sound okay? Probably not. I'm way outside.
You sound fantastic. How's your meat doing?
Oh, it got a little hot. It's at 233 right now. Could drop a few degrees, but other than that, good.
No, yeah, you really want to keep a temperature gauge on that meat, of course. Anyway, yeah, I did that. No, but we were just talking about growlers. Sorry, Keith, you were saying. So this one was you had this bottle on Friday. You mentioned.
Yeah.
So how's it doing right now?
Good. I like it. It's conclave. Can't complain.
Is that where you went today?
No, I went there on Friday. I gave you a 4-pack.
Oh yeah, that's right. Duh.
I literally drove from Conclave to Matt to give him a 4-pack.
Right.
Oh wait, that's not true. It was in the fridge for a little bit. I went home, then I had to go back out, and I stopped on my way back out. That's what I did. Oh, this is Keith is very hard to watch. I tried. He's way too uncomfortable in front of the camera. I'm like way more comfortable than I'm just like that's never mind. I don't care.
You're fucking comfortable when it comes to that. That's love. I love the fact that you're actually just being you on camera.
I just talk really slow sometimes. So like that's why all my videos are 12 minutes long.
Hey, but anyway, yeah, apparently you have to go vote for Biden though, so at least we got that going for it, you know. That's probably, by the way, a big thing for you guys right now this week, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's a big thing, but I don't think it's as big as people make it out to be.
I was kind of curious about that because, you know, from a European point of view, it kind of feels like this is like the election of the United States ever, you know, the biggest presidential election ever. And I'm like, is it that overblown? Is it really that important?
Well, no, it is one of the most important ones, but the outcome is pretty clear. So it shouldn't be all that contentious of an election. It should be pretty one-sided.
I'm being optimistic, but just
I don't know. I don't want to get into it.
It's gonna be it's gonna be. Let's put it this way: there's always a chance. There's always a chance that Trump could win, but the odds are way better that Biden beats him in a landslide.
Yeah. See,
I would bet more money that Biden gets closer to 400 electoral votes than 270.
Well, that's kind of why I was curious, because that's one of the things that actually, you know, Dutch media was reporting about. Like last year, it sort of 4 years ago, it sort of looked like, you know, Hillary was gonna win by a landslide.
That's not true.
Again, from our point of view, this is I'm saying this because this is Dutch media.
No. The reason why I'm saying it is that's what people say here. They're like, oh, the polls from 2016 said that Hillary was going to win by a landslide. But if you actually look at the polls, they didn't say that. They said Hillary had a 3.8% chance to win, which is a decent amount because the margin of error is 3 to 4%. So it looked like she had a really good chance to win. So that was what the poll said. She had a 3.8% chance, a better chance than you know, Trump to win. But what they didn't calculate in the polls, and what they calculated this year was, and this is not me being an asshole. This is not me being just trying to be a dick. This is a legitimate statistical thing. There's one group of voter that came out in 2016 that never came out before, and that was uneducated white people. And no, it's for real. Like the uneducated, non-college educated, uneducated white voter came out for the first time ever in droves, and that's what split the difference. So if you're talking about a 3.8% odds to win with a margin of error of 3%, and that factoring in, then that's why they're actually correct because they didn't count that one sect of voter. Now it's not the same. Biden's at like 12 to 13% now on the polls with that other thing factored in. And they're not factoring in the younger vote. If you actually look at a lot of the polls that came out over the weekend, as far as like paper mail-in exit polls, like the 18 to like whatever it is, 26, is showing like almost double the amount of votes than ever. You know what I mean? Up to this point, percentage-wise, and that almost always skews Democratic. You know, the younger.
Yeah, but that's what I was asking, because we're just talking about what the Dutch view on the last election. You know, looking at the exit polls, looking at the polls before the election actually happened, people were all like, Clinton was going to win, and it didn't happen. Now people are going like, Biden's going to win, and the Dutch media is kind of reporting like, yeah. According to the polls, Biden's going to win, but 4 years ago, you know, they're comparing the situation. So that's why I'm interested in the American point of view.
Well, here's the best thing I can tell people when they want to talk about anything. Any contest, doesn't matter what contest it is. If it's a contest and it's a legitimate contest, like an election, sports, things like that, polls are great. Use them as a grain of salt. Educate yourself on what it makes a good poll. Go to good resources and all that kind of stuff. But if you really want to know what's going on, go to the sports books. Look at the odds at the sports books. Look at Vegas. Look at online betting, and look at the averages there, because they're the ones who really fucking know. Because there's money at stake, and the odds, because you could bet here in America on who's going to win the presidency. You can go to the sports book and they have odds. You could bet it. And Biden has gone from Biden went from a month ago. He was plus 125, which means you have to bet $125. Well, you have to bet 225 to win 100. He's now like plus 185. So he's gone up, you know, over half in the sports books. And the sports books are rarely wrong. There's a reason why Vegas is super big and bright and has a ton of money, because they don't fucking lose. You know what I mean? So
beautiful, though, that the fact that the entire presidency is just one big betting competition, though.
Oh, I mean, listen, you guys are way more progressive about betting over there in Europe than we are here, but we're making our strides, man, on sports over here. You could, when there's a big sporting event, you could bet on how long a national anthem is going to take to be sung. No, I'm dead serious. You know what I mean? You could be like, yeah, it's going to be less than 2 minutes or over 2 minutes. So you could bet that shit. So, yeah.
Damn, you guys are great. That's fantastic. I just want to say a quick hi to Dutch Beer Geek Gerben. He just dropped by. How you doing, man?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, what you drinking, buddy?
Van Streek. Double hazy IPA. Yeah.
Double, nice. As in double IPA, 8%. What is it?
Let me see. Yeah, 8.2.
8.2.
HBC 692. That rings a bell.
No, not really.
And Simcoe. So
that's cool. Like one. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Awesome, man. Welcome here. Thanks for joining. Just really, mostly right now, I'm very curious about how Sean's brisket is doing, because I think I'm as hyped for that shit as he is.
My temp's dropping again. I'm not. It's dropping to like 216, so I'm trying to raise it right now. But it'll be done in like 20 minutes, so I'm not too concerned. I keep like messing with the vents, but
is it windy or
what was that?
Is a fluctuation because of like outdoor environment, like wind or stuff like that, or is it normal?
I've never fully smoked on this. Like, this is just a regular Weber kettle, so like this is the first time I had like a slow and sear thing. I've been like putting more wood into it. I'm at coals and like kind of messing with the vents. So I think it's just, I think it's probably the environment too, like the wind and stuff like that's probably not helping. So it's a learning experience. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. It's fun.
Well, at least you know it's going to be cooked though, because of that sous vide.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to be cooked. So like that's the good part. Like if it has all the smoke flavor and nice bark, we'll see.
Oh, damn it though! Smoked sous vide brisket, man. That's good shit. That's good shit though.
I read some that they did the opposite. Like they smoked it and then they sous vide it, and I was like, I don't know how that would be. So maybe I'll try that next time.
Yeah, but that sounds weird.
I think if you get the caramelization on it, that's not going to go away. You just have to get the right kind of caramelization and kind of whatever. Yeah. You would think maybe if you sous vide it, maybe that smoke that's already on it would penetrate a little bit deeper or something like that. You know?
The other thing though is like if you sous vide it though after, you kind of lose the dryness of the bark, because once you sous vide it, like you get a little bit more liquid and stuff like that in the bag, so it wouldn't be as like, I don't know.
Well, okay, looking for. Looking forward to some shots when it's done. I just noticed, by the way, Keith, you got company?
Yeah. It's my cat.
We noticed the cat in a review just the other day. So tell us a little bit more about your feline companion.
I don't know. She likes to climb on things. So that's probably not the last time that's going to happen.
Oh man, yeah, I know.
What's her name?
Clara.
What'd you name her after?
Oh yeah, I named her after a Hill Farmstead beer.
To be fair, it's really good beer though.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh man!
If you watch some of my reviews from like about 2 years ago, there used to be a cat in Screen a lot. That was my old cat, my then girlfriend. She took the cat with her, and it was one of the most interesting things to have this sort of cat butthole appear in my reviews every now and then. I mean, for some interesting viewing.
So I just put my cat down this last weekend. My
No.
cat Peanut Butter. Yeah, yeah.
All right,
I remember reading that. Oh.
Yeah, but if you go back to my older reviews, more specifically, if you go to the reviews to where there's just a like the first year and a half, 2 years, she would constantly jump on my table. So one time I'm reviewing, she walked up and just laid like right on frame, but it was perfect. Like my beer was here, I was here, and she was here. It's like she's like, I'm gonna be in frame, but I'm not gonna fuck this up. So and she just laid there for the whole review. It was like purring away, going crazy.
Yeah. I missed that. That was fun.
Keith and Peanut Butter were friends.
Yeah.
I kind of really want a cat in my life again. I really miss cats. I always grew up with cats.
Go get one.
What?
Go get one.
Yeah, the thing is, I need the time I need a week or two at home to make sure that I can adjust to the cat, the cat can adjust to me and everything. So I just need to find that time where I can make sure I have some time off of work and we can all get used to each other. And then, it's all fine. But I'd love to have a cat in my life again. I don't know. I've always had a cat, and life doesn't feel complete without it.
How does European Dutch living landlords how do they receive pets in the household?
That really depends, but because I own my own home, so it's just like I own it. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Rental though, it kind of depends on your landlord, and if we have these sort of like bigger institutions like rental companies, not just individuals.
Okay.
So it just really depends on where do you rent. When I was renting with my then girlfriend back in the day in our apartment, it wasn't a problem as long as you just kept everything under check. And from what I understood, when me and my ex broke up and she took the cat, that was more private-owned rental. I understood that it was okay because she took the cat, but it just all depends on who do you rent from, and is it a big company? Is it private-owned? How did they look? How did they look on the entire situation? It just depends. I don't know what it's like. Is there like a law in America that you can't have pets in rental?
No, but it's very hard to rent when you have pets. Like especially dogs. Dogs, it's like almost impossible. Like
really?
If you have a dog, you're pretty much fucked.
Sometimes they'll say if they're smaller dogs, they're like it's more acceptable.
Under 20 pounds, like Chihuahuas and shit like that. But yeah, like if you have a normal sized dog, like they're like it'll say right in the ad, no pets, and like capitals and 5 exclamation points. That's pretty much how it rolls. Like I got lucky, like when I rented like all the places, like the one place I lived for a real long time, the lady, I knew her previously and she loved me. She's like, oh, if you want to bring 19 dogs, and I don't care. And then when I moved from there, I moved in with a partner at the time. And then when I left there, I was having a hard time finding a place. The only reason I found a place that would accept a dog is I instead of looking for a place, I actually just started posting like a young professional, 2 dogs, you know what I mean, blah 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 blah, and someone reach out to me, you know. So
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gerben, you live in a part of the country where a lot of apartments are more available with rental options. Well, do you know anything about that?
I never had pets,
Oh.
so I don't know. No,
What?
I couldn't tell you. I
Why-
rented.
why-
I rented my apartment when I was starting out. When I moved out of my parents' house, but after a few years, I just bought my place. So I don't know.
You never had you never had like a dog or a cat?
No. We had a dog when I was living with my parents, but no, never felt the urge to get a dog or a cat.
How like Sean, Keith, do you guys have pets?
So I have fish, but
I
I'm
do have
also
a cat.
allergic to dogs and cats.
Yeah, I have the same problem. So that's one of the reasons
go.
Did you buy those? Did you get those, Matt?
Oh yeah, why the fuck wouldn't I? Did you?
No,
Why?
because I was buying. Because I bought something else, and I didn't want to buy like a lot of stuff. I forget what I bought though. I don't know.
Well, you're dumb.
Oh wait,
No, it's good to know they're there because you know people aren't going to buy the shit out of these. So
I was
what are you
there
guys
for a different
talking
reason.
about?
That's why.
Oh,
Keith and I did a joint review.
Oh, cool ship lager.
Right, those.
And we did this one, and then we did this one. The other day, and someone I forget who, someone sent it to us to do review wise, but then they just landed. I'd never seen OEC on the shelves here in Jersey before, and automatic. And then yesterday I text Keith the picture of it. I was like, "Hey, look at this," and he's like, "Actually, I saw it the other day." So thanks for letting me know, Keith. I really appreciate it. I'm like, Keith, I want to know this is here. He's like, yeah, I've seen it. Go fuck yourself. I was like, okay.
It's funny because when you sent me that picture, I was like, oh, for like 3 days, I've been thinking about telling Matt that OEC is available in the area. And then he sent it to me, and I was like, oh, all right, he knows. I don't have to tell him now.
I saw you guys posting those reviews. I especially remember the entire thing about how Keith emptied the entire can.
Oh.
That was fucking hilarious. But I would just remember you guys got Cool Ship as in, is that the name of the brewery, or is that just basically it's a lager in a cool ship?
A lager in a cool ship.
Damn.
The name of the brewery is called OEC Brewing. It's up there.
Fuck.
This is a very, very cool brewery. So OEC Brewing, where are they? Are they in Vermont? No, they're not in Vermont. They're in Connecticut.
Connecticut,
yeah. And they're actually their core parent company is an importer of beer. Importer called Be United is the name of the company, and they import a lot of Schlenkler, Eckler, like a lot of the big European breweries. They import a lot of them, but they do all kinds of crazy, weird shit. For example, they'll take like the Enkler, Schleckler, Marzen, smoked Marzen. They won't buy the bottles. They'll buy like a tanker truck full of the fluid and then bring it here and can it, so that way it's still like fresh and not oxidized, and it's like as fresh as you're getting it from the brewery. They'll take this is one of their beers. They bought this is from OEC too. They bought Cuvée Angelique from Schneiderweiss. It's their wine barrel aged Aventinus, and then they barrel age it again. They take it, they'll buy kegs of it, and then they'll be like, they'll put it in an oak barrel with other shit. They'll like re-barrel age stuff. They did like weird barrel age versions of JW Lee's, and they're just a weirdo company. And they also started brewing beer, and they make all kinds of weird, crazy, odd stuff. They're a fantastic brewery.
Gimme.
That sounds amazing.
Gimme. You already had me at the Cool Ship Lager and the Cool Ship Black Lager, and now you're telling me this kind of shit, and I'm like, what?
Hey Matt, those are the only two you saw, right? Those were the only two they had
from OEC. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I saw.
No, I was asking.
Make sure if you got them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they're such a great brewery.
Oh. Speaking of, I actually
hold on. Can I know you watched the review, but that blonde lager is insanity.
Yeah.
It's insanity.
It is. I'm drinking it right now.
I know. I just wanted to say
I'm fully aware that this beer doesn't suck.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to everybody else.
Well, no, you said Matt. That blonde lager.
Oh no,
there's one Matt here.
You like literally said my name 3 times before you made the statement. So I thought you were talking about me.
It's because you were talking, so I just had to be like Matt. Please, Matt. Let me educate these guys.
Educate us, Keith. Jesus.
So now you need to send us all some though, since it's that good. You can't just kind of just tell us how good it is and then not send us any.
You live close to this place, don't you?
Yeah. We don't taste it. We don't believe you on your word, but
we're not close by. We need to be.
Yeah, Sean, how far away?
OEC, Connecticut.
Yeah,
where Connecticut? Connecticut itself is like 2.
It's Oxford, Connecticut.
I don't know where Oxford is, but yeah, it's probably 2 hours. But no, then I imagine we must probably get
far away.
But I've never seen that can though.
It had to have hit this area like over the past week.
Yeah.
So it might be out in the wild for you too.
Yeah.
But depending on where they distro, I don't know. Like they might not distro up that way. But
yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna drop because I gotta kick this off in a minute and do stuff. I'm gonna watch, but I figure the most I'm doing is just watching and then tend to do this thing. So I'm not much fun.
You're just gonna shove meat in your mouth.
Yeah, I'm gonna shove meat in my mouth, and I'll send you all pictures of it.
Have some brisket too.
Enjoy.
Oh, I will. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining. Dude, that was amazing. No, but seriously, like we were just talking about that during the review we did for this one. We just did the Nerd Sense guys and I just did a review for this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And we were talking about the fact that for me, with all the orange and clove and think everything going on there, that's like the perfect Christmas beer.
Yeah.
And then we got to Schneiderweize, we got to the Mein Aventines, Unser Aventines, which to me, Christmas isn't complete if I don't have Unser Aventines. What's like, because we're nearing that, we're 2 months away, literally 2 months away. Christmas is going to be a loaded thing this year because, because of COVID, we probably can't join family and everything. So let's bring a positive note to Christmas. What's your go-to Christmas beer?
I have two.
Tell me.
One's from the United States and one's from Austria.
Ooh.
The United States one is a beer called Celebration from Sierra Nevada Brewing.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically it's like a West Coast wet hopped IPA, but it's maltier. And it's just like it comes out pretty much now, and it's just a fantastic beer. And the other one is a Celebrator, the Doppelbock. You guys might say Celebrator. But Sammy Claus. No, see, Santa Claus isn't a Christmas beer. That's go to sleep beer. That's night juice beer.
That's like fuck you, I'm out.
But I love Doppelbocks. It's one of my favorite style, and I think Celebrator is the best of the best. But it's very much a Christmas beer for me because I was on my own, living on my own, and I was married at one point and I got divorced and all that stuff, and as a young guy who there you go, right there. As a young guy who doesn't have a lot of money but still enjoys the Christmas spirit, even though I think religion is stupid, I like Christmas and the vibes that it puts out. I would always get a Christmas. I would always get a Christmas tree, and I didn't have a ton of ornaments, so you would always find a couple of those dangling goat hanger things. Those would be all over my Christmas tree. I would drink some Celebrators and throw those on the Christmas tree, and yeah, those and Thomas Hardy tags too. You'd always find old Thomas Hardy's used to come with these little medallions on them.
Just making it clear though, the Eyinger, the one the Celebrator, the Eyinger, that's not Austrian, is it? That's German, I think.
I thought it was Austrian.
I thought it was German. I'm going to quickly Google that.
Man, it's all the same.
Oh wait, he has it.
Bavarian.
Yeah.
Bavarian, that would be German. Okay, well, whatever. I do know you're 100% right, because my first introduction actually to the Eyinger Celebrator was fucking amazing. I was in this local bottle shop in the little village where I work, and I bought a few beers, and the person behind the counter was like, "Hey, if you like beers, I've got some stuff here that's basically past its sell-by date. If you want it, you can have it." I was like, "Sure, whatever." And there was this Eyinger Celebrator that was like almost a year past its sell-by date. You're talking about Celebrator past its that's not just amazing. That's beyond amazing. If it's just bottle conditions right, that was fantastic. So no, I get that one. That's a fantastic Christmas beer. Keith, what about you, man?
I don't know. Depends on what I'm doing. I'm not really a holiday person, so depends on what I'm doing. It depends on what I have at the time.
You don't have anything specific going on, like you need a specific type of beer or anything?
Nope. I think 1 year I was chugging like other half IPAs, double IPAs. What was I don't remember what I was drinking last year.
I think that was 2 years ago. Was other half, because I think you gave me a bunch of other half, and I was drinking a bunch of other half on Christmas.
That might have been 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It depends.
Nothing specific. That's cool. What about you, Gerben? You got anything specific for, we got 2 months going for Christmas? Anything specific that you're like, I need this for Christmas?
Well, most of the time, I drink when I go to my parents' house for Christmas, or we have a family meeting or whatever. I always bring Westvleteren 12 with me and drink that with my dad. It's kind of a tradition. It's not the best beer, but it's kind of a tradition between me and my dad. So that's basically it. I don't buy a beer for Christmas every year. So just like he said, depends what I have in the house. But I always drink a Westvleteren 12 with my dad. So it's kind of special.
I just think that this year, because everything that's going on with COVID and everything, Christmas is going to be a little bit different. And I'm guessing a lot of people are really going to reach for tradition and things that they enjoy, more than usual. They want to go for, in terms of food or drink or companionship, they want to go for everything that makes them feel a little bit more special about the entire situation. Like Matt's screen right now, where he has a can on a glass and he's cuddling a dog, and that's just fantastic.
How about yourself, Thomas?
For me, there's 2 beers I need every Christmas. The first one I just mentioned, that is the Shenanigans Unser Aventinus.
When you say Unter Aventinus, that's just the base Aventinus, right?
Yeah, just the standard Aventinus, none of the barrel aged. I mean, I've had a few of the barrel aged things, and they're amazing. But I'm just talking about the base Unser Aventinus. That's just something I need every Christmas, and I always want a Saint Bernardus Christmas Ale. That big bottle, 750 milliliters. That is something that I need every Christmas. If I don't have it, it's not Christmas. It just needs to be there.
Let's ask you this. I always want to say Gerben. How would you pronounce it as an English speaker?
In Dutch, it's Gerben, but that's pretty difficult for you. Yeah. Gerben is fine. Gerben is fine.
Because I don't want to mess up. You can go first, because I actually have a follow-up question on this. I want you guys to ask. What's yours?
What's mine?
Christmas beer.
He just said so.
I told,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So, what's your guys' favorite Christmas themed beer? I love Coors and Don Christmas.
Yes.
This is like one of my favorite. But here's the thing. I like it has to be, and this is going to be counterproductive to this gigantic bottle, but it has to be the super small foil top ones. It can't be the 12-ounce non-foils. It has to be the 9.3 ounce foil top Coors and Don Christmas. Those are the best ones.
Yeah, I get you, man.
Yeah.
That are Hent Anchors that they do the Guten Carlos Noel. That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a nice
yes.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. But St. Bernardus is a little too spicy for me. Something about it. I don't know what it is.
I get you. It's got that spicy thing though going on, but I'm all about the spice in general anyway. When I cook food for myself, there's like a tablespoon of sambal, the ground chili thing going in there. So I'm all about way too much spice anyway. But that's me. If we're very lucky, we're going to get there we go.
Bum 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 bum. How's it going?
Hey there,
guys?
James.
How's it going?
God, it's going quite fine now. It's been a while since we've seen each other, eh?
Oh yeah, the last time I saw you, I was looking at you from behind. But yeah.
For those of you who don't know, James was actually here last weekend.
Yeah, having a bum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was good, mate.
It was great. We had lots of things. Yeah.
Yeah, we had an interesting weekend, didn't we?
Oh yeah. Yeah. One thing was not related to the other.
No.
It wasn't jealousy.
No, it wasn't. We'll get back to that later.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's all good.
How you doing? But how you doing, man? We were just talking about some Christmas beers, man. What's your go-to Christmas ale?
See, honestly, I'm usually home in Scotland or in Japan at Christmas, so I just drink new stuff. I actually don't really have a Christmas beer, to be honest.
No?
Yeah, I don't really have a Christmas beer, to be honest. So, yeah, but obviously the one that would always spring to mind for me would be Eiche, Schlenkerla Eiche. The oak version of the Schlenkerla Doppelbock.
Keith, that's the one we did the vertical of.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
You guys had some weird experiences with that one, didn't you?
Yeah, Keith and I did like what did we do? Like a 6 or 7 year vertical of the smoked Bach. It's the green label one you're talking about, James, right?
Yeah.
We did one.
It was 6. It was 2010 through 2015, I think.
Yeah, no one should drink that much of that beer in one sitting. I don't know what we were thinking.
It's one way to clean out the tubes anyway.
Oh, well, to follow up on what you said in the chat, James. So one of my I call him my good old friend because we had a falling out. But I used to live in a half a double. That's like a building that's one building. One half of the building is a private residence. The other is a private residence. So I lived on the one half. He owned the whole building. His mother did, actually. He owned the one half. His mom owned the other. I rented the one side. He lived on the other. But he also lived in New Jersey, outside of my area. So he would come up for the holidays and we'd hang out and stuff like that. And he had a very, very volatile relationship with his girlfriend. And then Christmas Day, I hear them arguing. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, okay, here we go. And then it stops. I was like, okay, good. They whatever. She left. She must have left. And I hear him knock on my door. And he's like, what are you up to? And I'm single at the time. I didn't do anything. Nothing, man. He's like, we're drinking. We did a 10-year Santa Claus vertical.
Holy shit.
Yeah. 2 of us did a 10-year. I have pictures of my Instagram. This got to be 5-6 years ago. Yeah, 10-year Santa Claus vertical. Man.
Were they the big bottles?
No. Because the big bottles
okay.
is like only the Barrique, I think, comes in the big bottles.
Yeah.
When he says Santa Claus, there's two Santa Claus. There's the classic. Well, there's three now, right? There's the classic.
Yeah.
There's now a Schwarz beer, and then there's something else. But the classic we did, and it was awesome. It's one of my favorite aged beers. But yeah, that I don't remember much, but I know that happened.
All the older ones that I find are the big. I saw one yesterday at Bottle King.
Yeah, that's their Barrique. It's a special version.
Oh, I like that beer though. That's a good one. Yeah.
I think the best stories in life always begin with I don't remember much, but I'm just gonna quickly go through some of the comments because the first comments are all in Dutch before we ever started, and people are like, "Hey guys!" So we got a "Hey guys, good evening" from Waldo. Somebody's doing a mystery beer. This is all in Dutch. Somebody says hello, Mark.
I want to pronounce. Oi, dat is lekker craft beer specialist.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man. That's actually spot on. Dutch Beer Geek. By the way, Gerben just left. I'm guessing maybe some home stuff came up.
Yo.
Somebody's like, "Oh, an English stream." Yeah, this is an English stream. We're streaming all the English. I got my English under the knee, so that will good come. I'm not gonna go there. Evening. What is everybody?
You have to let me pronounce these, man. I've got to practice my Dutch.
Do it.
Yeah.
Again.
Wij drinken jullie zoal vanavond.
That's pretty damn good, man. You're getting there. So they're asking like, what is everybody drinking tonight? Keith, you're still on that growler?
Yeah, this is the rest of it. This is the last of it.
What's the ABV on it, Madsen?
5.5.
Well, that's nice. That's decent.
Yeah,
that's a session ale.
That's a session ale, all right. And I'm thinking, Matt, what are you on right now? You're still on that Cool Ship Lager?
Yeah, still on the Cool Ship Lager. Yeah.
So, and we all need to get one, yeah?
What's the ABV on that? On those? I forget what they are. They're like 5, right?
5.2.
Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Because the black was 5.4.
A little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, 5.6 was it? I don't remember.
5.4. Right?
Yeah, 5.4. 5.4.
That's decent. That's nice. Catherine Moore says hello. I don't know who Catherine.
That's yeah. That's my lady friend.
Yeah, I figured as much. I knew it because I knew it. She liked something on Instagram, and then I was like, "Who is this?" And I saw similar friends. And I was like,
"See, this is no. This is you trying to make an awkward excuse because you're like, oh, pretty lady likes my thing, and you're trying to figure out, oh,
see now
you're cheating. No, bitch, you're cheating on me."
Kevin, what are you drinking, man? I'm just curious. Catherine, very nice of you to join us. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Kent is going like Kent. Cheers, brothers. Kent, all my love still always to Kent. Beer reviews to Craig right now because yeah.
Craig always gets a bum.
And Craig is my special brother. Yeah. Love you, brother. Waldo is going like drinking the Pohada Cocobanga barrel aged. Ooh, I think that's nice. I still have some Pohada from Waldo. Davo is saying good evening, guys. Hello, Davo. That's a great beer, Waldo.
We forgot to do the customary thing when Davor comments,
which is
make your own channel.
Make your own channel, Davo.
Yeah.
Nothing about first the coffee. Mark says hello. Rampant Lion says bomb. He's all about the bomb and the hill. Santa Claus. Oh right, yeah. Guess my most drunk beer due Christmas is.
Why?
That's interesting. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, cool.
Oh yeah.
Bayern.
So
yeah, go for it, man.
Oh, are you still going through comments?
Yeah, I'm just quickly going through them. Just go what you want.
No, I was gonna. because I meant to tell Matt something. I was planning on seeing him today to drop beer off to him, but so her and I went to we went into New York City real quick because to get vegan pizza, and right across the street from the vegan pizza place is Turst, the beer bar that Yeppe from Evil Twin used to. He's not involved anymore, but he used to be.
No.
And so while we were waiting for our pizza, we just went over and grabbed a quick beer, and the first beer that she was just like, oh, like I'm just gonna get this. I didn't even realize what it was until like we actually ordered, and it was a barley wine from that brewery in Montreal that you really like, and I was like, oh,
Godspeed.
No, the day.
Oh, just do the seal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which what was the barley wine? What was the name of it?
It was Solstice something.
Yeah. Heave the Solstice.
Solstice the Ever.
Yeah. That's what it was. And I was like, oh,
that's fappable.
They actually labeled that as like a quad. They don't actually like. Yeah, the Dudiciel calls it like a quad, but it's more barley wine than anything else. But they classify it as quad. Oh, I'm 99% sure they do. Actually, I might have a bottle of it somewhere.
Yeah, I was like, you're perfect in every way.
No,
Keith, I know exactly what you mean, because this is the moment in every live stream where Matt goes like, wait, I have a bottle of it somewhere. Somewhere.
It was a Dudiciel bottle. It just was their Roots de Species, not the Solstice de Ever.
Yeah, I was like, Matt's gonna love you. Matt is going to love you.
Oh, Davor's got a good one.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Yeah. We got that one through Systembolaget over here, and then the Fudgesicle came out, and I chose Fudgesicle because it's just like yummy, but it's not as good as Thomas's Fudgesicle, obviously.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, just so you know, Matt, Keith, I'm so sorry. Everyone's used to this. James and I got a bit of a gay thing going on, just so you know.
Yeah.
I'm not used to it.
It all roots from the fact that a certain YouTuber called us bum chums, so we just embraced it.
Oh yeah. Wait, he did? He did?
Oh yeah, no, he called Harry and I bum chums, but then you and I are like are sort of we have such a homeostasis that it actually turned into homosexuality.
It should have been, Matt. It should have been. I love it.
Yeah.
So anyway, but seriously though, guys, we have some funny comments about stuff, but just purely keeping it a little bit real. We got a lot of holiday seasons coming up. We got a shit situation in the world. You know, what are you guys doing for the holidays? How are you guys? You know, I mean, you got Thanksgiving coming up. For Keith and Matt, how is that a thing for you right now?
For me, I think my family's going somewhere for like a weekend or something. I was just gonna stay home, and I also play music, so I was just planning. Usually, when my family goes away, I usually spend that time here trying to like record stuff and whatnot. So that's probably what I'm going to do. And like I said before, I'm not a big holiday person, so I'm not really, especially now, I don't really feel like going anywhere as well.
No? Not a special someone you want to spend the holidays with?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll probably hang. Well, I shouldn't say probably. I said we'll hang out at some point, or maybe all of it. I don't know. I'm not used to having people around while I'm doing other things, so like it might be weird, but I don't know. I guess it might be time to find out. Nice.
I get that.
For me, it's actually going to be a very, very interesting holidays because with like Liesl and I are generally homebodies to begin with. You know, we stay home pretty much all the time except for the weekends, and honestly, the weekends were mostly little threes back ways.
This is
there you go.
It's a collab with Burial. I didn't even realize that. This is one of the beers I have for you, by the way.
Okay. Oh, okay. I was hoping you went up to Alchemist and got a barrel aged beer for me. But,
I mean, I fucking sent you that link, Keith. You should have gotten him that damn beer. It's $5, really.
We're not allowed to go there right now.
You cheapskate.
But since we're homebodies and basically the weekends for me were essentially going to breweries, and I don't do that now because of COVID. It's a lot of staying home, but with the family coming over, it's very my family, more specifically Liesl's side of the family, is very, very like holiday get together centric. But since she has the baby and we're not wanting to have any kind of exposure to anything, whether it be flu or, I mean, we're getting a flu shot this week, but I mean, keep that stuff at bay. It's going to be a lot of nothing. Just me and her, in conjunction with actually like easing her family into nothing, because, you know, Liesl's mother and brother are very they're not crazy anti-vax people, but they don't want to take the flu vaccine if they don't have to, you know what I mean? But you can't see the baby if you don't have the flu vaccine and a couple other ones, so they're choosing not to get it. So we're telling them that's fine. You can choose not to get it, but you just don't get to see the baby for 6 months. You know what I mean? Because you're not getting those things. So, and that's what this week, this holiday season is going to be like. Well, if you want to have people over for Thanksgiving and Christmas, that's great. But then you're just not going to see us for a while because we're not going to come up and we're going to stay away from you guys. You know what I mean? And I have no problems with that. They're making it, to me, they're making the decision on what they want to do. And that dictates what we do because we're just acting in what's the best interest for us and the baby. So it's going to be a lot of weirdness, let's put it that way. But I mean, I love to cook. Lisa loves to decorate, loves the holiday stuff. So I'll cook a Thanksgiving dinner. She'll do that. I mean, I'll hang outside in the snow. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? But I mean, we have we have the barn and we have heaters and stuff, so we can do like kind of like a little outdoor thing, kind of, sort of. But yeah, it's probably not gonna be that different. Honestly, I'm a homebody anyway. I'm gonna see Keith for beers every now and then I'm gonna get a present, and then that's it.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is pretty damn good, actually.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Oh. What about you, Gerben?
Well, most of the time I have to work with Christmas, but this year not. So, and if I don't have to work, I probably have to visit my in-laws or my own parents, but that's not going to happen this year. So, fairly a quiet Christmas. And I kind of like it that way. So
cool.
It'd be nice for a change to have a quiet Christmas instead of racing around the country visiting relatives.
Oh man, that's always a hassle. All the relatives and all the family. Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm kind of. You know, I mean, the COVID thing really sucks. It does, but I'm kind of okay with not having to arrange a lot of shit this Christmas and just doing my own freaking thing and just, you know, I might visit my parents one of those days, and the other one is just going to be me and getting some nice Christmas beers and just doing fuck all. And there's just, for me, Christmas right now this year needs to be one thing and one thing only. It needs to be me, an awesome beer, maybe some nice snacks, and I just need to hear one thing this Christmas, and that's yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Die Hard is one of my favorite movies.
That's it. If I don't, it's as soon as Hans Gruber falls down.
Dude, you look like Hans Gruber. I just realized that. Doesn't he?
Ho, ho, ho. No, I have a machine gun. Did you know, by the way, speaking of Die Hard, so that moment when Hans Gruber, Alan Rickman, when he drops and that look of shock on his face.
It's real.
So the director was like, okay, we're going to hang you on this thing and we're going to drop you and that's it. They didn't. The moment he drops is earlier than Alan Rickman thought it was going to happen. So when you see that look of shock on his face, that's not Hans Gruber. That's Alan Rickman thinking, "Oh my fucking god, I'm going to die," and that just makes the movie for me. So Christmas,
he's the best. Rickman is the fucking best.
Alan freaking Rickman, man. There's nothing that he can't do that is just amazing. And for me, Christmas starts when Hans Gruber falls down the Yucca Tower. That's when Christmas starts, and hopefully it's going to be with a nice piece of cheese and a good beer. And Waldo Hazelige is Matt. Can you give me a Thanksgiving dinner recipe? My wife told me to ask. And Keith Davro wants to know what you're playing, so you guys can think about all of that.
Thanksgiving dinner for me is very, very specific because it's based off of what my mom used to do, and it's nothing fancy. That's the thing. We're a lower middle class family, so we didn't have like an opulent kind of Thanksgiving. Because I know, like, my ex-wife and her family, they did the whole kind of like, seafood and meat and all that kind of stuff, more of a Polish kind of thing or whatever. But we were just stuffed turkey. You got to make stuffing. Stuffing's the most important thing about fucking Thanksgiving. Stuffing. Yeah. Stuffing, and it's got to be stuffing. None of this oyster stuffing bullshit. Nothing with berries or nuts in it. Go fuck yourself. It's got to be premium crackers, chicken stock, onions, and egg. Done. You got to do it old school ghetto style.
No minced meat there.
No.
I see a lot of recipes where they're working with minced. Oh, right. Okay.
No. So you got to do that. And it's like celery and onion in it too. And you got to do the obviously mashed potatoes, no fucking brainer. But the gravy has to be done. Okay, you have to make the gravy with powdered Bisto gravy baker from Ireland. That's very much important. That is the key ingredient. And my two favorite outside of the fringe Thanksgiving accoutrements, I guess you'd say, would be pearl creamed onions, always a fan, and just mushrooms and onions and like 19 gallons of butter. Yeah, I mean, heart attack central. But the best, here's the best Thanksgiving recipe you can have. Make all the shit I just said, and then the next day you make a mayonnaise, turkey, meatloaf, gravy sandwich, and that's what you eat.
Yeah, but the butter thing you just mentioned, though, any recipe that you ever gonna make in your life, butter.
Oh, that's why everything tastes great is butter.
Exactly. People are like sitting in a restaurant and they're like, why does this mashed potato taste so good compared to what I make at home? You want to know why? Because 60% of that bullshit is butter.
Yep.
That's why it tastes so fucking good. Anything tastes better with real, actual butter. None of that margarine, whatever bullshit, just butter. So yeah.
Thanksgiving's the best holiday ever, man.
There's some pretty good vegan butter too.
Wait, what?
I use it sometimes.
So anyway, I'm just gonna go drink my beer now and whatever the hell bullshit that was.
Wait, is Matt drinking an IPA out of a wine glass?
It looks like he is.
I'm drinking a pale ale. Out of a wine glass. Thank you very much.
That's actually quite nice because
4.5% pale ale.
Is that the good one or is that the other one?
No, because it has to be a good one because when Matt pulls out the wine glass, that's when shit's gonna get real.
No, Industrial Arts has because don't they have a Northeast one or something.
Yeah, that's Wrench. So they have Pocket Wrench, which is a session hazy. They have Wrench, which is their 6.8 or 6.7%, 6.5.
No, I thought there was
then there's Torque Wrench, which is like their high ABV double IPA.
I thought there was a different. They have another low ABV. I think it's a different color. I think, unless it's that one. They have like a 4.5%. Oh, it's an extra pale ale. That's what it is.
Is that metric? Is that metric or something like that?
I don't remember what it's called.
But I picked this up, Keith. There's a new bottle shop opened up in Stroudsburg.
Oh yeah, where?
Yeah, it's pretty big. Do you know where the Menacing Hotel is?
Yes.
I think that basically you get off the exit, the first exit. I think it is. Yeah, the first exit, the one that the visitor center's off of.
Yeah, and
you basically it's about 5 minutes off that going north a little bit. It's called Pocono Beer. It just opened, like literally just opened, but they have some fun stuff in there, man. It's pretty big. It's like the bottle shop's probably as big as it's bigger than Bottle King in Hackettstown.
Oh,
You need to come over here and see Kiosk in Copenhagen. That's awesome. I've got some really interesting American stuff from there the other day. Actually, my first beer from New Jersey as well. So curious.
What was it?
I'll need to check. If you give me a second, I'll bring the cans through.
We shall give you 2 whole seconds.
2 whole seconds. Wait,
because I'm kind of curious because Davor asked Keith.
New Jersey cans. What kind of beers are they? Do you know?
It's an IPA
style.
It's an IPA. Just give me a second. I've got a few cans. Okay. I'll go and grab them and bring them through. Just a sec.
So Keith, what do you think they are? Magnify, Carton, or Cane?
I want to say Magnify.
Yeah.
Just because I know their stuff has gotten over there. I don't like. I would like to say Cane, but I don't.
I don't think it'd be Cane either.
Or it's some like random.
Super boutique. It's probably Troon.
Yeah, they probably get like.
Curious.
Their crowlers are over there for like $90.
It might be Bolero Snort too.
Oh yeah, Bolero Snort.
Dude, motherfucker wasn't lying when he said I'm gonna go get some cans.
All right, I'm gonna answer this question real quick. So I play acoustic music. You can follow me. I have another YouTube channel called The Business Fairy. That's what I call my music project because I started it 15 years ago, and that was the name that I decided to go with. And that's business, BUSINESS, fairy, FAIRY. And I'm on YouTube, and you can follow me on Bandcamp, and I might have some new music soon, maybe. So, yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
And it's acoustic. It's acoustic music. Mostly me singing and playing guitar. So
I promise you right now, James and I talked about this next summer if COVID permitting. If COVID permits it, James and I are planning on going to America next year. And apparently, apparently,
I'll have a threesome with you guys. That's fine.
That sounds awesome. I mean, I already want one. And apparently, Matt said that we can sleep at his place, so that's also very cool. That I don't trust.
Still
that
back out, Matt.
Yes, I don't trust that laugh. But anyway, if that happens, you and I are gonna jam because I sing in a band, and if you play music, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna do a jam session, man.
I've played flamenco guitar since I was like 7 as well. So
there we go. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm gonna have to write an album, and then when you guys are here, we're gonna record it.
Yes.
And everyone's gonna be on it. Yeah. All right, we're doing that.
Matt can do percussion. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Let me see. I'll show you these beers quickly, and then I'll go and stick them back. Okay, so it was just 5 American things that I found. It's like, oh, new breweries that I haven't heard of, and they've all got fucking physics names. So I'm like, ooh. Yeah.
Oh, Equilibrium.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that was the most obvious.
Magnify, yeah. We were, when you went off camera, we were trying to guess which brewery is going to be, and that's the one we guessed.
Yeah.
So this one was
going to be.
So they're all just like power metal and like physics names. So it's just like Masters of the Clouds. I literally picked it because I liked the name the best. There was a few others there, but this one I was like, that's the most power metal name. So choosing this one.
Magnify makes good beer.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I've reviewed a New Jersey beer on the channel, come to think of it. So that'll be an interesting thing. And then Equilibrium, Harvester of Waves, man. That's like, that was just, again, I was like power metal.
How much did you pay for that can, just out of curiosity?
About 60 Danish kroners. So let me see. DKK to, don't get excited, Thomas, not Dick, to USD.
DKK.
Yeah, so I think it was 60, about $10, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, that's pretty much how much I'd pay.
Yeah, it might be a little bit more. It might actually be nearer $12 because I can't remember if it was 60 or 70. So, yeah, but still, for usually you add at least an extra euro or something for the import and shit.
Yeah, like Equilibrium, like triple. Is that a triple IPA? Is that what that is, or?
No, it's a double 8.5. Okay.
Yeah, an 8.5 Equilibrium IPA. I can actually get them in Jersey off the shelf now, and they're about the double IPAs are about $28 a 4-pack. For me, at the brewery, it's 20. You know what I mean? So there's about an 8. And Keith, I went to that place. I sent that picture of the OEC. They had 11 different Equilibriums at that place. Anyway.
Is there a date on some of those cans? I'm curious as to.
They're pretty fresh. I mean, it says. Oh, you guys do. I forget that you guys do the weird dates. Yeah, 7/29/20. So yeah, this one's the 29th of July, I think.
Oh yeah.
So that's okay. That's good.
And the Magnify would be on the label. It wouldn't actually be on the bottom of the can. Probably right there on the top. Top right of the logo. Yeah, look at the main part to top right. It's stamped in there in black. Most likely,
right. It's a white stamp. 09. Yeah. 09120. What? That's not right.
Yeah. That would be
first of September.
September 1st. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forget the weird dates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other way around. Yeah. Okay.
James, be nice. Don't talk about them being weird.
America cannot. I'm sorry, but America cannot measure shit. What?
Of course, we know that, but be nice.
We also know that. Most of us here are very aware of that.
Yeah, but we have a really hard time.
Interesting, not weird.
We have a really hard time measuring stuff, except when it comes to hops, which you guys fucking drool over. We know how to measure those going in the
grams per liter. Yeah, that's like the one thing where America knows.
What the fuck? You guys are fucking everything. But here's a gram and here's a liter. Holy shit! Couldn't you have done this for all of your shit through all of fucking mankind?
Oh, but yeah. I got this too, Moonraker Bubble Dust, and again, I just thought this was very like power metal.
Okay, I've never had any Moonraker stuff.
Well, this one was Citron Mosaic and Nelson Sauvin, so I thought, well, that you can't really go wrong with that.
Where is Moonraker? They're in California, right? Does it say
Auburn,
California. Oh, California. Okay.
So, I thought that was pretty cool. It looked like radioactive water. I was like, ooh. So yeah, I got that one. They had quite a few Moonrakers in there, and I was just like, well, again, I was just literally like, I looked on Untapped for the good ones, and then I was like, I just picked the ones that had the prettiest art, basically, because I was like, well, I'm going to take one from each brewery because I've got a ton of beer just now, so I'll just take the ones that I like the artwork and I like the names of. So that was literally
that's kind of how I do it too. So I understand.
Yeah, and then this one I thought was pretty cool as well because it had pigeons on it, and I fucking hate pigeons and seagulls.
Rats of the sky.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah. Sky communists. Yeah. Yeah, you look at like pigeons. They're a good idea, but like, what does it actually achieve? Nothing. It just makes it's yeah. But this one's from Oxnard. It's Cask Agria, and I just thought, ooh, this is pretty cool. Cask Agria Speciality Ales from Oxnard.
Never heard of those guys.
Yeah, no, it just appeared over here, and it also. That was the other thing. Look, they've got gay headphones, like us.
Oh, I love the gay headphones. Amazing.
That was the other thing that I think that was the other reason I picked it was because I hate pigeons, and then the pigeon had gay headphones. So
speaking of, by the way, James, you and Gerben are the only ones rocking the headphones tonight. Well, yeah, and so is Matt.
Keith has got them.
So is Keith.
No, everybody but you.
Yeah, everybody but you.
You fucked that one up.
Yeah, completely.
Oh, and my last American one, this was just the astrophysics. I was like, ooh, heliocentric distortion from Ology. And this is Florida, Tallahassee.
From who?
Ology in Tallahassee.
I haven't heard of them.
Yeah. I've heard of Ology. I just haven't anything from. And the cool thing about Equilibrium is like that. Oh, like the head guy there, Pete. He's like legit. He's a chemical engineer. Like he was in charge of like the drinking water in New York State, and keep making sure, like testing it and make sure it was like, you know what I mean, right to drink, and everything was like he was an engineer or a physicist or a scientist. So that's why the beers, I think his beers always have some of the best mouthfeels because he's such a water nerd. And I think he just he dials his water into a specific exact way. Like he's super cool, dude.
Oh yeah. No, I think it's.
Yeah, but what am I? Yeah. Sorry.
No, sorry. I was just going to say. I think that's something you really notice that with the. I find it very interesting because I say this with some of the Scandinavian beers. You always get this very clean mouthfeel here. I mean, you get these, the German beers, and they've got all the flavors. These German style beers, they've got all the flavors you expect, but they just feel cleaner. Just because of the quality of the water you have here, and it's
water treatment. Water treatment is so incredibly under-recognized by so many people.
Oh yeah, and we were talking about this a little bit as well, kind of when on our weekend was we were saying that the Scandinavian beers. I try some of these big stouts from America that everyone's like, oh, it's so thick, and I'm tasting it, and I'm like, it's not as thick as what we get. Like the big, and it's interesting because you get some of the thickest stouts that you'll ever find are from like Norway, the Amundsens and stuff like this, and the Lervigs. And I've never found anything that matches them in terms of like thickness. And I just find that really interesting that they can still get that thickness with such a clean, water. I think that's really interesting. But yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, I'll go and put my babies back in the fridge now.
Go to put your bed. I'm going to go through a few comments. Kees Bouwman is saying, this is interesting because we were talking about Alan Rickman earlier. Kees Bouwman is saying they can cancel Christmas for all I care. That's actually an Alan Rickman quote from that Robin Hood movie, cancel Christmas, because of all the requirements and everything. Douglas is saying, busy to attend tonight, but not so busy for a quick hi. So, hi, guys. Douglas, you suck. Get in here and don't be such a sissy. Mercy Bears is saying, constantly basting for the turkey and the fattiest bacon I can find to go over. Sorry, Keith, for your vegan ways. Keith, are you vegan?
Mostly, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How can you be mostly vegan?
Because sometimes I don't care. So, yeah.
Bacon is too good.
So, yeah.
Bacon's good. Fuck off.
Yeah. It's mostly, actually, most of the stuff, pretty much the only things these days are eggs and lactose beers are like the two things. Oh, and honey. Honey is technically not vegan. So, those three things are basically the things that I still consume sometimes.
But you can make lactose. You can make lactose synthetically, though.
What?
What?
You can, you can make lactose synthetically in the lab. It's a sugar.
But
I don't.
it's still not meat, though.
Yeah.
James,
So
are you saying you could go without my meat?
No, yeah.
I'm somewhere between vegan and vegetarian, basically. I'm like, yeah. So somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm. See, I kind of like the idea of it, because I do think, we need to eat a little bit less meat than we do, because we kind of go crazy with it. But I don't know, I'm kind of along that lines of the science behind it. I think kind of says we're omnivores. I think we are supposed to eat a bit of everything. For me personally, I'm kind of like, I should eat. I try to eat less meat, but I like kangaroo too much. Kangaroo tastes too nice.
That's
and I mean, if you're driving along in Australia and you scalp one, it's just kind of rude just to leave it there instead of taking it home and
you have to eat it.
Oh yeah. Oh, we did that. Like
just eat it.
Kangabang. You know, they actually in Australia they call kangaroo sausages kangabangas.
The best cheesesteak I ever had was kangaroo cheesesteak.
It's a beautiful meat to cook with.
It is.
It is.
Meat to cook with. Yeah,
it is really nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was this restaurant, like it was 3 minutes away from my house, and a good friend of mine owned it, and he always had crazy exotic meats. You know what I mean? From rattlesnake to he always had like crazy Piedmonty beef and all kinds of just weird stuff, and ox and kangaroo and all that kind of stuff. And he always made this kangaroo cheesesteaks, and they're fucking banging. They're awesome. And he had a really cool little beer selection. It was a great little spot.
And now I need more meat. James, shut up. Anyway.
So James, you ever been to Australia then?
Yeah, my uncle lives in Australia in Queensland.
Oh, okay.
So, I've been to. I spent about 8 months out there actually, and I was thinking of going at the end of next year to see them again. So,
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Depends on what happens with Miss Japan, because I was hoping that she would want to work online for a little while and we could take the little guy to Australia and see my aunt and uncle. And she wanted to go to New Zealand and visit her host family things. So we'll see if that works out. But I don't know. She wants to go back. She wants to go back to work, and I'm just like, oh, let's work online and just relax for a little while, and then get serious jobs again. But.
Yeah,
we'll see.
True.
I love how this live stream has come completely full circle. from Sean going, OEC is 2 hours away, that's too far, and James is like, I'm gonna go to fucking Australia, I'm gonna go to fucking America, I'm gonna go to fucking Japan, I don't give a fuck, whatever. And then Sean's like, 2 hours, man, what? Oh god.
I was about to say, if you know James, there is not a country that you can name, and he's gonna go like, "Oh yeah, I remember when I."
Australia, not Australia, Antarctica. Yeah.
Antarctica, James, Antarctica.
He's like, it was cold there. He's like,
he's gonna go like it was you can't name
with
a country
with a wink and a nod. He's like, but I kept my bum warm, and then
exactly. That's fucking James. James will always say like, I've been there, done that, hated it.
I've actually not seen as much of the world as you think. I've never been to South. I've never been to
you
South
always
America.
go like, I have been there, I've been that, I've done that. You always do that. You know you have been to so many places.
I have been very lucky, but I've not. I mean, there's a lot of places that I haven't been.
South Africa.
Never.
South America.
Never.
No, fuck you.
I'll beat you to that, huh?
Okay, yeah. No, I have had some South American beers though, because at Mikkeller they had the Mikkeller Sour Beer Festival. There was a few like Chilean and Argentinian sour beer breweries were there. That was really cool. So
South American beers on the blow up, man. They're doing some great stuff down there.
Oh yeah,
Brazil.
Absolutely. Brazil is doing some good stuff. Oh man,
they've got some really interesting. There's the guy. If you see Coolhead Brewery from Finland, the dude there, he's known for he's black. He's got a big afro, kind of thing. But he's really well known at the moment throughout Europe because he's taken the Brazilian style of brewing, putting all the fruits and random shit in the beer and bringing it to Finland. So they're getting a lot of rave reviews now. If you see stuff from Coolhead, I do recommend that. Their beers are great. But yeah, like Brazilian beer, one of my followers, Fabrizio, he moved to Iceland from Rio. And he was telling me all about the Brazilian beers. So I think the next time he goes home, I think he might organize a Brazilian box for me, and I'll do my beer mule thing. So that would be awesome to try some of those.
That's actually an interesting question. What country do you really want to try beer from? I mean, it sounds like an arbitrary question, but there's some interesting things going on globally.
Australia would probably be for me.
Australia, I get that.
Just because we get almost zero Australian beer here, and I have a couple people that follow the channel and follow me on Instagram that I chat with, and they're from Australia, and they're just like we talk about the difference between beers. Obviously, we're not drinking the beer, so we can't compare, but they're just explaining what they have there. And you have such a great area for hop growth. There has to be, and they're on the come up as far as beer goes and styles and stuff like that. So Australia, or honestly, Korea or China, like that kind of area. They like Thailand and Korea have like a really kind of growing beer scene, as far as I know, the limited amount that I know, because there's an American brewer that actually moved from the United States to China and opened up a brewery there called Great Leap, and he opened up an Americanized style brewery in Beijing, and he's doing some fun stuff there, and just the stuff I've gleaned from him. Actually, I don't even know if he's back yet because he was actually visiting over here when COVID hit, so he was kind of stuck here. But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of places I'd like to try stuff from, but those are two. India is another one. They're actually making some fun stuff too.
I mean, that's what I would have said was India, but Australia, there's been quite a strong beer culture in Perth in Western Australia for quite a long time. And then when I was there in 2015-ish, 2014, 2015, it was Victoria that was the other big one. So it was WA and Victoria were the big beer states, but then there was a few other breweries dotted around in various places. There's a lot of whiskey produced in Tasmania these days. There's a lot of down there.
I get that, yeah. That's why I'm really curious about when Matt mentioned China. I'm very interested in countries like China and Japan. I remember a few years ago when I was really big into the single malts. China and Japan are really up-and-coming countries, economically speaking, when it comes to the single malt things, because it's a prestigious thing. And in the last few years, we've been noticing that craft beer is a prestigious thing as well. So countries like China, Japan, and other Asian countries are really big on, okay, this is a prestigious thing. We want to follow up on that. We want to make it big. We want to hit that trend. And I'm very curious as to what those countries can bring to the table when it comes to craft beer.
Yeah, I mean, I can sort you out some Japanese stuff the next time I go, but it's interesting. I can actually tell you a little bit about the countries Matt was mentioning because, South Korea was a really interesting one. That was last summer I was there, but the big problem in South Korea was you had a lot of brew pubs, but they didn't can or bottle on any significant scale because they didn't have a cold chain network. Korea is obviously really hot, so a lot of the breweries that you had in Korea were just brew pubs. You could only get the beers in the local area and on tap out of the brew pubs. And I mean, Busan in the southeast of South Korea, that's probably the best beer set. And I mean, one of the best sours I've ever had was from a brewery called Wild Wave, and it was crazy. That was really insane. So yeah, Korea has good beer, but they just need to develop their infrastructure a little bit. Japan also has some.
Go for it. Go for it. Keep talking.
Okay, I was just going to say that Japan has a really good beer scene. Like they learned a lot. You know, Japan. It was Germany and Scotland that helped build Japan. So, like, there's a lot of German influence. Yeah. There's probably more Kulsches, more Kulsch style beers in Japan than there is in Köln. They love Kulsch for some reason. But yeah, there's lots of really good breweries there. There's more American style beers coming out now. I think I've got, if you want to learn about Japanese beer, I've got like 100 Japanese reviews on my channel, just that's built over the years. I don't know about the mainland, but Hong Kong has a very strong craft beer scene these days. I was really pleasantly surprised by Hong Kong last summer as well.
Well, Hong Kong is pretty much the most Americanized version of the territories out that way, isn't it? As far as like as far as movement and capitalism and all that kind of stuff, isn't it? Because I know the owners of my company, they go to China every year. We talk to some of our partners that we import over there, and they go from China to Hong Kong to kind of finish up the trip, because it's just like, it's more just a pleasure stop to where they hang out, and it's just wide open. You can do whatever you want. It's not, I mean, going from China to anything is going to be way less controlling, but they say, you know, it's kind of normal there. But I don't know if it's a culture shock from going from China to there. I don't know, but I haven't been myself, but.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is Hong Kong is, I really liked Hong Kong. I was kind of like, oh, if I got a job out here, I'd be quite happy. I actually would have been like, yeah, why not? So yeah, I think it was Hong Kong is really nice. I would recommend that to anybody. Go there for 4 or 5 days. You've got some really good breweries there. The odd thing is you've got Macau just across the water, but there's like nothing in Macau. There's no craft beer. There's no breweries. There's one beer called Macau beer that's a macro beer. But other than that, there's like, it's weird. It's just weird that there's nothing in Macau. But yeah, Hong Kong has quite a few breweries. Quite a few of the people that are involved in the scene there have experience from America. There's Heroes Brewery, and that guy, I'm sure, is like an American. I think he's an American citizen as well as a Hong Kong citizen. But yeah, one of the other big breweries, Yardley, that's 2 Scottish guys that own that. It's 2 brothers. And what else is there? There's quite a few really good breweries out there. The Hong Kong beer scene is really nice, actually. That was my plan. Like, I can fly to Japan through Hong Kong for the same price. So I would always stop off there for a day or two and just enjoy it and then fly on. It's a good. It's only 2-3 hours away from Japan, so yeah.
That's a really nice city. I traveled to Australia a long time ago. And also made a stop over there. It's for a day. So yeah, really nice city.
Yeah, I've heard Singapore's got a good beer scene as well. Actually, I've heard I've had a few comments from Singapore, and I was hoping to fly out there next year and meet up with the missus and stuff. So we'll see. That's another kind of thing that we want to look at. So yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So, no, it's good. Like, yeah, that's. I think if you went to Hong Kong, you would be pleasantly surprised at the beer scene out there. The Asian scene's catching up. I've heard the Philippines. I've been hearing the Philippines has got quite a few breweries now. Thailand, I don't know. There's a very good brewery in Vietnam called the Heart of Darkness, I think they're called. They're getting a lot of rave reviews just now. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, interesting times in Asia for sure. Yeah. Sorry, I was blabbing on, guys.
What? And the question was, what beer do you want to try from different places? Is that
where would you like to travel for a beer?
Or something, or similar thing.
That you haven't had, I guess.
Based on beer I've had, that is whatever. Japan is one. Africa is one. I don't have a particular. Africa is huge, so like I would like to travel different places in Africa, and South America is the other one. No specific areas of those places, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. we've had some South African beers in Scotland actually through Beer 52.
Did I say South? I said South American, right? I said South American.
You said Africa.
Oh, I said Yeah, I meant Africa and South America. That's what I meant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think the only African stuff I've had an encounter with was stuff from South Africa. They've got a couple of breweries down there. Maybe I think about 40 or 50. I know that there's one or two little breweries in like Kenya and stuff. Other than that, I honestly don't know. I've heard that Namibia actually has a few breweries because one of the guys.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Because I know that.
I've been to Namibia a couple of years ago, it's not really much craft beer going on there, but there's something.
Yeah, I think I know that the guy who owns Malmö Brewing Company, the guy who owns Malmö Brewing Company, he was in Namibia recently and was posting all of these beer things, so that was quite interesting. Okay. Yeah.
I had an Indian beer company reach out to me about a month or two ago saying, "Hey, can we send you a beer?" And they never did. I was kind of bummed about it because I was like, "I'm going to get a fucking beer from India." That's why I mentioned them.
Yeah, I mean, Harry was talking about that he, I can't remember if it was him or one of his friends or something. Harry was saying that he had quite a few job offers to go out to India because there's a lot of brew pubs out there. I think most of the Indian breweries are like brew pubs rather than bottling and canning breweries.
Okay.
I'm sure Harry was talking about that on a live stream within the last few months, actually.
Yeah, but Harry talks to a lot of people, doesn't he?
Oh, Harry. I still remember the best one from Harry was when he was trying to get the North Korean Air Force beer through like China and Vietnam and stuff and take it to the UK. That was he said he almost had it figured out. Harry's got a weird logistical kind of thing. It was because there's a beer that's called like Red Arrow or Red Sparrow or something like that. It's the North Korean Air Force beer, and he was trying to get that into the UK because his brother organizes the tours to North Korea with one of the travel companies in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So Harry and I might do beer tubers go to North Korea.
That's if you can get to North Korea, I think you achieved a certain goal.
I would have bragging rights. I'd have to make it a premier.
Premier.
I'd have
to Belgium beers for the premier.
North Korean 109.5% ABV.
Oh hell yeah! So listen, guys, it's just about to hit 10 p.m. here in the Netherlands. That should be about 10 p.m. for James, I think, as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking we should kind of start. We've been at it for about 2 hours. Start looking at rounding this up. We talked a little bit about a holiday season and everything for everybody. I kind of want to just sort of to round this up and go towards an end of this live stream. It's been a crazy year. Everybody's talking about 2020 being the year of, and lots of stuff happened this year. We started with insane shit before COVID. Weird things happened. 2020 kind of got weird. How does 2020 look for you guys for the next 2 months? What does it look like? What do you guys think is going to happen? How are you guys going to try and fill 2020 until, New Year's? What's it going to be like for you?
Do you mean for personally or predictions?
Personally,
on what's
just
going to happen?
Personally, just
honestly,
personally. How do you guys, considering everything that's going to happen might happen with COVID and everything, what do you guys think the next 2 months? Yeah,
and nothing's going to change. Even on when the election's over here, and you still have like this period between election day and January where the leaving president still is control. So nothing's going to be done here as far as helping the pandemic and the situation we're in. It probably is going to get worse because he's just going to be a sore loser and just do all kinds of more crazy shit. And so it'll just be a lot of hunkering down. Flu season's going to come in, so there's going to be this kind of slightly scared kind of, is a person have the flu? Do they have COVID? What the fuck's going on? But also flu season's not going to be as bad because not many people will be traveling. Not many people will be out and about. So it's going to be a light flu season, but there's going to be that confusion. So it's just, coronavirus is going to keep doing its thing until we get in the United States, until we get somebody who actually gives a shit. And it'll be par for the course. I'm hoping for a lot of snow. I hope there's a ton of snow to where I get like crippled to where I can't leave my house.
Yes.
That means a couple different things for me. That means I get to work from home more often. That also means I just get to sit at home and watch my wife get really pregnant and awesome. You know,
that you started with a really pregnant.
Yeah.
Really pregnant. Yeah. No, that's nice. No, I get what you mean though, because I think for Europe here, the Netherlands mostly. People keep saying, let's see what happens in the next 2 weeks. Let's see what happens in the next few weeks, the next 14 days. And we keep thinking things are going to change and be miraculously great in the next few days. It's not going to happen. We need to start adjusting to the fact that, this year has sort of signed its faith. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the way this year's been going, I don't think 2 months is gonna change much of anything.
Exactly that. Yeah. That people going like, but in the next 10 days, though.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, 10 days, 14 days, 2 months. Yeah, I don't really have that much faith in anything right now.
What about you,
I'm more optimistic than I sound though. Like I hope. Like I'm hoping. I'm hoping. But
me,
I don't think I'm hoping, but I don't think so.
Exactly. But that's my point of view. I hope for the best. I expect the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Yeah. What about you, Gerben?
What was the question again?
How fucked up are we?
I'm not fucked up. Maybe you.
No, but seriously, the next 2 months. How do you expect 2020 to end, and how do you expect the next few months to progress?
I'm not like with COVID or personally or work or
COVID and personally.
COVID probably is not going to get any better over here, so I'm quite pessimistic about it. Personally, it's been because most of the time I'm at work or I'm at home with the kids. So at home with the kids is really nice because I spend a lot of time with the kids, and that's a good thing, I think. So, so personally, it's not a really bad year, but work-wise, it's shit all over the place. But yeah, bored as ever. Yeah, because I work in healthcare, and yeah, I don't have a lot of work to do, but I have to go to work, and it's boring as hell. So.
Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah.
It's a shit
but
situation.
Personally, it's not a bad year because I got 3 kids, so I'm not, when I'm at home taking care of the kids, I'm not bored, so that's a good thing. So, but yeah, work-wise, it's quite shit.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, for me personally, it's like for the Netherlands, it would be very healthy if we had like a total lockdown.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I really don't want one, because if we get a total lockdown, it would mean I would be without a job. I would be without income, and I would personally be rather fucked.
Yeah.
You know? So it's this sort of thing where, do I look for the common good? Do I look for my own financial health? And what do I do? And it's a weird situation.
Have they been paying people to stay home over there?
So when in the Netherlands, if your company is in financial distress, you can get compensation.
Mm.
The thing is, though, in hindsight, they will look at, is the compensation justified? So here's a weird example, right? I'm trying to find the right word. Kitchen company, companies that place kitchens in homes.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Like cabinets and
Yeah.
all the appliances, right? So there were a few companies who were like, okay, we're fucked. We need to ask for support, financial support from the government, because this is not going to go right. And it turns out, because a lot of people couldn't go on holidays, a lot of people spent a lot of time at home, they had a lot of money left, and suddenly they were like, what are we going to do with all this money? How about we buy a new kitchen? So a lot of companies suddenly realized, the companies that applied for this government supplied benefit didn't need it anymore, and they already asked for the benefits. Now they're going to need to repay those benefits, because they realized, shit, we actually have a lot of income, because a lot of people are like, let's build a new kitchen. Let's rebuild our bathroom. Let's repaint our house. Let's extend our house. A lot of people are suddenly investing into the economy in a way that's quite beneficial. But these companies already requested benefits. They got the money, and now they need to repay them.
Oh, well, that's slightly better than what's going on here. A bunch of companies that don't need money are getting money,
but they don't have to repay it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
if they're doing well,
yeah, and people who actually need money aren't getting anything. So that's
and that's not. And from what you explained, Thomas, it's the exact same thing over here. Hardware stores. That's what we go. Most people do DIY projects over here.
Yes,
to where they actually do it themselves. They're packed. Like my company that I work for, not that they took a bunch of benefits. I mean, they did some paycheck protection stuff just to be safe, but they didn't take anything. But like my company that I work for, they were up 41% over our previous best year ever as far as incoming profit. So because we're basically in a custom injection molding company, which is, if you don't know what that is, basically look at something and that's injection molded. And we do custom that stuff, but we also use that to facilitate making pool supplies, like swimming pool equipment. And what happened was that everybody was home, so everybody either updated their pools or put a pool in. So the demand for we're one of the largest wholesale manufacturers in the country for those pieces. And we couldn't employ enough people. We couldn't find enough workers. We were so busy. It was ridiculous, and we're a mom and pop company. Like I'm like the third or fourth highest employee at the company. I mean, we're not a big company, and it was crazy, and it was crazy to see that happen and see everybody else struggle. You know what I mean? And
I get that. It's weird. Yeah, it's sort of I had a sort of a similar situation where, so when it was like March, April, May, the first real big hit of COVID, the store I work for, we stayed open and we actually did incredibly well. And we have been doing incredibly well. And here's the fucking weird situation. The company I work for, what we sell like there has to be an English word for it. And if you guys know it, please help me out here. We sell things like sponges. We sell things like pots and pans. We sell cutlery. We sell coffee machines. We sell deep fryers. We sell
homeware.
What?
Homeware.
Homeware, probably homeware. Yeah, we sell all of that shit. So for our economy, that's actually pretty important. Now, I do know that for the health of our country, the physical health of our country, we need a complete lockdown.
Yeah.
I know that for the economy, the economic wealth of our country, we don't. Because if we do that entire lockdown, economically speaking, we're fucked. So am I. A lot of people in the Netherlands would go without a job. I'm one of them. I feel quite conflicted because for the health of my nation, I kind of feel like we should do a total lockdown. For my own prosperity, I kind of feel like we shouldn't.
Yeah. Do you want to go, Matt? You can say something.
I don't know if I there might. No, I don't know if Keith and I were going to say the same thing, but I will say this.
Yeah, go for it.
No, it's easy. It's easy to be righteous when you're not suffering. But one of the most disappointing things I've seen because of COVID and because of all this is that so many people that I stood next to and they talked about, they propped up and they championed positive causes in this world. We need to band together. We need to do the right thing. We need to be better as humans to make the world a better place before all this. But they just happen to be a bartender or owned a restaurant that now is like, fuck everybody. I don't care. Let me open. I don't care who fucking dies. My bottom line is being hurt. I don't care. I don't care. Like those same people are like, yeah, rah, let's do the right thing. But once their bottom line gets dinged, they're a fucking fraud. And there's so many people that I hear nowadays that are like, because I'm not suffering, so I can't sit and admonish them completely. But they're like, the person that owns the restaurant is like, oh, these fucking crazy assholes keeping people out of my restaurant. And be like, wait, you were like always about like helping the community and making sure everybody's safe and healthy and doing the right thing. But now, since it comes down to a bottom line, your Excel sheet's red instead of black. Now you don't give a fuck about anybody because your personal shit. Like that's the most disappointing thing of the whole fucking lockdown that is bothering me.
I mean, that's the thing that kind of gets me with this. I heard that in Italy, what they did, and we've got Severio commenting, so correct me on this if I'm wrong, Severio, but from what I heard in Italy, what the government did was they basically stopped rental payments. They stopped all of this. So the government basically drew a halt to, rental and mortgage payments and stuff like this. So people were secure in their premises. And I mean, obviously the thing with the economy is you have to have liquidity in an economy for it to work. You've got to have money moving around. But surely, if we have to, obviously Sweden's done it a different way. We've not had a lockdown and we actually seem to be doing better now. But the thing is, I mean, I don't know how it would work in America because people seem to be scared of anything with the government. There doesn't seem to be a lot of trust in government over there for right and maybe wrong reasons on both ends of the spectrum. But I think in countries, Scotland, we trust our government, don't trust the British government. But generally speaking, we trust the Scottish government. Sweden, Denmark and stuff, I think the Netherlands as well too. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's generally more trust in the government to do the right thing over things like this. But I don't understand this, why the government could legislate and say, right, no, all rental payments, all mortgage payments stop until this is done. They could do that if they wanted to.
They could.
But they won't.
But they won't, exactly, because money.
Yeah. Well, but you also, not to play devil's advocate here, but it also lays a lot, not a little, but a decent amount on us as people, because so I have debt. I have a car that I pay for. You know what I mean? I have some credit card debt. I have things that I owe money towards. Okay. Mm-hmm. One of the universal things that happened with COVID was, and I know Keith has a different opinion on this because he struggled with it, but a lot of those credit companies were like, okay, if COVID's fucking you over, let us know, and then we'll see what we can do. Give you a little bit of debt relief for a month or two, or whatever the fuck it may be. My paycheck didn't change. If anything, I got paid more because of how busy I was. So I didn't even think once to reach out to one of those companies. You know, a lot of people, their situation didn't change, but they purposely said, yeah, I'm struggling. You know what I mean? You need to help me out, even though they weren't struggling. You know what I mean? So you have some people that look to take advantage of these things. A lot of Americans are starting to get caught falsifying like COVID or personal protection loans. Like people are like, yeah, I ran a business. Like some kid in California was like, yeah, I need $1.7 million in COVID protection relief from the government because my business basically got shut down. He sold used sneakers on eBay and he made like $50 a year, but the government gave him $1.7 million. You know what I mean? And eventually went, wait a minute. Oh, this kid made like $35 this year. Why did we give him $1.7 million? So you have people playing both sides.
Yeah, but that's the thing in the Netherlands, when you can ask that benefit, like the Dutch system is like, you need benefit because your company isn't working right now because of the COVID situation. You get the benefit, but the thing is, we're giving you the benefit right now. We're giving it to you. No problem. Here's the money. Just so you know, in a few months, we're going to check your ass. And if those numbers don't add up, bitch better have my money. And they're going to ask you money back.
That's the same thing that happens in the United States. But the people that take it, that they get caught, they're part of the problem. Because let's say they pay back the money. Let's say they pay back the money.
Yeah.
That person,
they're
not going to because they filed for false benefits. They didn't have the money to begin with. And two, they're in America, they won't get really all that much trouble. You know what I mean? And then the manpower and the cost that goes into litigating all that bullshit is crazy. So like there are people, and I'm not calling it a majority, but there are a lot of people that make the situation worse because they're looking for an advantage, looking for an angle in order to prey on certain things like that. So it's not all one-sided. You know what I mean? When it comes to this stuff, it's multi-sided. And if everybody, both the government and the people of that government were less assholes and douchebags and shifty fucks, things would be great. But both sides are pretty fucked.
But that's the exact same problem because sorry, Keith, go for it.
Well, I was just going to say it's Matt and I's opinion differ slightly. I'm not saying he's wrong, but he is right. But the U.S. government has given trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars to the banks, to billion-dollar companies who don't need money. They don't need money. They have the money. Mm-hmm. But in order to keep the stock market afloat, to make it look like things are going well, they had to put money into that. And instead of doing that, they should have given it to people so that people could have paid their rent, paid their mortgages.
Communist.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but you see, that's
they could have stayed at home and just bought stuff online. Like,
see, but here,
there are.
No, but it's about responsibility. It's about responsibility to the people because something similar goes on right here. And I'm not even talking about the COVID situation. Something similar happens here. So you can have benefits if you want to rent. If you want to rent a place to live in, you can get benefits every month. But you need to be honest about the amount of money you make. So let's say in the last 2 years, the amount of money that you make changes, right? If you don't own up to that, if you don't immediately say, look, government, here's the kind of money that I make right now. Something happened right now, and it changes. In 2 years' time, they're going to see in your taxes the money, the amounts, the figures that you put in your taxes. They're going to see the amount of money that you actually made back then, and they're going to go, you need to pay back some money because we gave you some shit to help you out, but apparently you earned more than you were allowed to for the benefits that we gave you.
I don't know. Oh, sorry. Continue. Finish what you were saying.
No, that's basically it. It's about being honest.
Oh.
If you feel that you earn, if you feel that the government should help you out, be honest about it. Be honest about the amounts that you earned. Be honest about the amounts of money that you made from whatever.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people fraud upon that, and then 2 years later, they're going to get this sort of bill that says like, you need to pay money back to us.
Well,
and they're like, well, that's not legitimate, is it? Because you said you were going to pay for me.
The only issue with that is that it specifically here in the United States is that's a valid argument for people, but the amount of money that the government would lose, quote unquote, because of stuff like that does not compare to the amount of money that they give to the banks. It doesn't. It doesn't compare in any sort of way to that kind of thing. So, like, You're talking about in the Netherlands, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm not as up on your economics and other things over there. But as far as that argument here, like the amount of money the government spends on, and it oh man, I could talk forever about this because like the amount of money, like. And this is something that you can't relate to, but like the amount of money they spend on the military here is insane. Insane. So so when you take your argument and apply it to here, like you can't, like it doesn't make any sense because because the amount of money that they spend in every other place that they have no business spending money in it dwarfs that.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm seriously still paying attention to you, but my laptop battery is about to die, so I need to plug in my.
Oh,
I am seriously still listening to you. I am, but that's why I'm seriously I am listening to you, though.
It's fine.
I mean, I think that is something that Trump actually, in fairness to him, has right. The other countries that are in NATO should be paying their fair share, and it's something that always amazes me with the States when I go and talk to people about how much tax they pay. Because and I had a friend who worked on the Sanders campaign, and we've gone through this before in the streams. To us, Sanders and Warren seem like normal politicians. The other ones all seem a bit conservative for us, basically. But the thing is, it's that I've spoken to Americans. I pay in Sweden 32% tax, 32%. And I get, free education, well, not free government education without payment on demand, healthcare, blah, 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 all this kind of thing. And Americans pay roughly the same amount in taxes. But then I think
we pay like closer to 40. I think we pay closer to 40. Sorry to interrupt. I think we pay more, is what I'm saying.
And this is the thing, but it amazes me. I mean, and this is one of the big things in Scotland as well, because the UK tax system in England, they don't have free university and all this, but in Scotland, we're paying slightly more tax, very slightly more, but we get that. And I think it's all about holding your government account for value for money. And in the States, it's like, for me, my experience of the States is like, you know, it just, in a lot of ways, it strikes me, it's, to put it kind of bluntly, it almost seems as if people are quite, you know, selfish in a lot of ways, because it's like, surely, to me at least, I'm kind of like, why, you know, what's wrong with having a single payer, the public healthcare system? I don't understand that. I really just don't get it. It's something that we've had for 70, nearly 80 years now. It's to me, I find that mind-boggling that the richest, most developed country in the world does not have, you know, people are having, and the thing is, Americans are probably paying more to private companies for insurance than they would do to the public thing. I'm like, why is there such a fear of government that people are, they don't trust the government to put a healthcare system together? But again, I think a lot of it,
because
I think, I think a lot of it, just the last thing, I think a lot of it goes down to the fact that in the US, there's no limit on how much money companies can donate to parties. I think that's the key thing. That's
money,
the absolute key thing.
Yeah, money in politics is the biggest reason nothing has changed. That is the biggest thing. I actually, for the first time ever, heard an argument that the other day that people in America, like the prices we pay for healthcare, like for a broken leg, is like astronomical. Like there are people who don't believe in a single payer because they think that that's actually what it costs to do those things.
Oh no!
Let me ask you.
So they're like, what? How are we supposed to pay if like half the country breaks their arms and we have to pay $20,000 each? Like, how are we supposed to pay for that? But they don't understand that that's not the actual cost.
Can I ask you a question
of
Keith?
What it is? Yeah.
If you go to a doctor right now, if you go to your general practitioner, because you had you have a cough, you have a cold, you don't feel so well, you think you might have a throat infection, right?
I wouldn't go.
No, you wouldn't go. If you have to go.
Okay.
And this is just because I read this thing online the other day, literally 2 or 3 days ago. If you went to your doctor and you had a diagnosis and maybe you need to get some medication, when you go out, do you need to pay the receptionist?
Yes. I don't.
We do not. Do not. We go home.
Yeah. So if I had insurance, I would probably pay like $40, $20 maybe.
Depending
on my insurance. If I went right now, I don't have insurance right now. If I went, I would probably have to pay $100 maybe a little less, maybe a little more.
No,
depending
because after medication and shit, you're probably closer to $150.
Oh well,
you know what I mean? Like,
if I'm paying for medication on top of that, it is way more than that. Yeah, but yeah.
Like for me, I have insurance. If I have insurance, I go get. You know what I mean? Like if I go to the doctor, I pretty much pay. If I go to a general practitioner, it's $20. If I go to a specialist, it's $40. Like if I go to like a specific exact specialist, it's $40. But that's because I have insurance. You know, when I pay $40, I pay $86 a month for my insurance.
If I go to my general practitioner, I pay fuck all.
Yeah. So
that's because that's part of it. If I have to have medication, we have something that is 380 euros a year that you pay for yourself, like on a yearly basis. That means that, let's say, it's January 2nd. And I have to go to the hospital through ambulance. I pay 380 euros, and that's it. That's all of the medical shit that I pay for that entire year.
If you step foot in an ambulance in the United States without insurance, it's about $1,200 to $1,500.
Yeah.
Just the ambulance ride.
Yeah.
Just the ambulance ride.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. And let's say you need an ambulance ride, which means it's probably something serious. You know what I mean? They'll take you in the ambulance. You'll go to the emergency room. They'll fix you. You won't die. You'll stay in the hospital, and then they'll bill you. And then if you go, I'm not going to pay that, then nothing happens to you, except your credit gets bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like you go to the hospital and be like, I have a broken leg, and they'd be like, do you have insurance? You go, no, and then be like, okay, leave. They have to take care of you.
Yeah, but you still get the bill, right?
Yeah, but if you don't pay it, there's no debtor's jail in the United States. If you don't pay it, your credit gets dinged. Nothing happens to you.
Yeah, but if right now on January 2nd, I break my leg and I have to go to the hospital through an ambulance, and they take care of me for 2 days.
I'm not defending our healthcare system. I want to make that
I'm just
telling you what happens.
I know. I'm just trying to explain how it is here. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, no, it's better there. I know that. So, you don't have to rub it in our fucking face. Dude. It's okay.
I'm not rubbing it in your face. I'm just trying to explain what it is like here. That's just, I don't see. The thing is, what you're telling me is, I know this. I just don't understand.
So when the interaction with James earlier, he pays roughly 32%. I think we roughly pay 40% taxes. And he was saying healthcare and all the things that are covered in that 32%. So I think we pay slightly more, and none of that stuff we get none of that stuff. None of it. We don't get any of it.
All of that money goes to the military.
Most of it does, yeah. Okay. And there was so I don't know if I want to get into it right now.
Yeah.
Probably won't.
I mean, it's a big thing. If we never threw that key in the harbor, everything would be fine.
Just as like so I don't know if any of you have allergies, but my lady friend has a nut allergy.
Ooh.
So when she has a weird nut allergy, like she's not allergic to some nuts.
Listen, you're teeing it up for James right now. So. But
do you have a nut allergy?
Me? No. I'm talking about a sexual euphemism.
Oh.
James is allergic to my
nuts. So like an EpiPen. I don't know if it's called the same thing, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So she's watching the live stream right now, and she just sent me EpiPens without insurance are $650 each.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn.
She actually has insurance, so it's not that much for her. But
but even then, though, even if it's so this means like you have this sort of charged time bomb in your hand. You have it with you.
Yeah. So
when you use it, this is like a time bomb because you are constantly afraid to use the thing,
and that's why they try to get everybody insurance in the United States. Basically, is for that reason. Because she probably, I don't know, but I'm guessing she pays less than $20 for it if she has insurance. That would be my guess.
She told me the other day. I think it was like
you know what I mean. Like, so I'm not defending the healthcare system, but that was the push. The push to have universal health here in the United States is. Again, like universal healthcare isn't what you guys have. It's much different. Basically, the way it's laid out.
She just told me it's $100 for 2 with insurance.
Okay, so $50 a piece, which is still expensive.
Especially when you will literally die if you don't have it.
Actually, it's the opposite. It's actually cheap when you know you're not going to die. But like it's like my medication that costs no, I'm not saying it's cheap, but I'm saying if someone said, hey, give me $50 or you die, I think that's a pretty decent trade-off. But you know, but no, I'm trying to be funny about something that deserves zero humor.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. This is, by the way, I just really would like to point out, though, I wasn't trying to rub your faces into it earlier.
No, I'm joking, man. I'm not.
I know you are, but I just, because this is a serious subject and it is a big thing, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, it goes well beyond that, because it's like, you know, the services that we're talking about that we have to deal with in the United States as far as healthcare, since it's laid out the way it is, people basically use it as a kind of almost so if you take healthcare, and coming from an overweight guy who drinks beer, I should be talking about this, but you take healthcare, you talk about, you know, prevention is the cure, but at the end of that is life-saving stuff. So if you start at the beginning, the end is much less prevalent. But since the healthcare is laid out the way it is in the United States, that everybody deals with the end and not the beginning, because if you're gonna, you can't afford the beginning because the end's so bad. So you have these so many people rely on a broken healthcare system that they have to pay money towards, that if they actually had the beginning, which is they didn't have to worry about the end and they could focus on being better people and taking care of themselves and not doing all those things, and those end results of injuries and disease and all that stuff wouldn't weigh as heavy. It's dumb. It is what it is, but it's not going to change in our lifetime, Keith. It's we can try to help change it. We can try to do different things, but it's not going to change in our lifetime, and we should try to change things. But we can deal with the hand we're dealt and go from there.
I think that's very well phrased, Matt, because that's the thing, though, you know, like, it's not going to change in our lifetime, but that's the thing, though. If you look at American healthcare system, it's not just the American healthcare system. There's many healthcare systems that work like that. We're talking about, we put a monetary price tag on the value of a human life.
It's the thing as well, is if you have this kind of for-profit system, it's more profitable to cure than it is. It's more profitable to treat than it is to cure.
Exactly. There's this weird thing. I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I really, really don't. I need to put this out so aggressively. Conspiracy theories are idiotic. But I remember this funny little thing from Family Guy, where what's her face? The mother in that family, the one with the red hair, she has a father who's very well taken care of. And at some point,
March
could be, and he explains he explains to the dog character in the show, like, this is what it's like. This is what healthcare is like. We have the cure for cancer, but we can have people pay it once and then it's done, or we can keep the cure from them, and we can have alternatives that keep them from paying more and more money to keep them alive for a longer period of time without curing them.
Well, that's
conspiracy. Yeah, but that's conspiracy theory bullshit, and I don't believe in that.
It's not a conspiracy theory, dude. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Is that almost every, and I mean, it's not, if you dig deep into it, it's not that crazy, but almost every company that makes cigarettes has stock in pharmaceutical companies that keep your cancer.
Yes.
So that's not a conspiracy theory, but then again, there's really only like 8 companies in the whole world. It's like, you know what I mean, that own everything. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. It's a weird conversation point to go to in this entire beer stream thing.
I'm just gonna say one thing, and it seems to be like, from my perspective, it seems to be in a thing that is very overlooked, like especially with like COVID and stuff, and how the United States has been handling it and whatnot. But specifically here, they talk about opening up the economy and how the economy is suffering and whatever. But they don't take into consideration that the fact that over 200,000 people have died is going to affect the economy. That's 200,000. It's I looked it up today. I looked up the number today. It's over 220,000 people who have died. And everybody acts like that's not going to affect the economy. Like the fact that there are less people is going to affect the economy. And that's like and I'm not even saying that from like my point of view. Well, from my point of view, but just like in general, from what I've seen from everybody during this whole thing, like nobody takes into consideration that less people affects, like if like in the Netherlands, if half of the population just disappeared, that would affect the economy, right?
A little bit, right? A little bit.
Right, yeah. So like, I mean, obviously 220,000 people is not half of the economy here or whatever, but I mean,
that's my favorite, and I may say that tongue in cheek and not in a positive way. That's my favorite statement. White House advisor.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
it talks about the workforce in the United States, and he refers to them as human capital stock.
Yeah,
that's legitimately came from the White House.
Human
capital stock. That's Soylent Green level shit, man.
Soylent Greenest people. Soylent Greenest people.
Actually, this is the thing, though. Actually, it's actually a common thing. I do some economics courses just because I'm curious about it, and that is actually a common academic term. It's human capital.
Yeah,
and it's to do with it's very common in sort of labor economics. That's a very common thing you see. So it's not as highly unusual as you might think.
Yeah,
I know,
but so is a lot. I hear a lot of people use a lot of heinous words and be all kinds of racist and shit too. That's common. Doesn't make it right.
No, but I mean, come on. We talk about this. We talk about every company. Every company has this term: human resources. Think about it. Human.
Yeah, no. See, that human resources isn't that. That's different. Like human capital stock is actually human evaluation of human people. Human resources is actually like is resources for human beings as far as shit in the workplace. Like they sound similar, but they're starkly different as far as
they are completely different. They are completely different. I'm just saying, just the term in itself, human resources, is already. I don't agree. I don't agree.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree. Okay. But that's just me. I've always had that. I always hated the fact that there was
no one goes to human resources for a positive thing, but human resources is like saying like human help.
Sure, it's how you approach it. How you approach
stock is like saying like people cattle.
No, but sure. But how many people approach human resources with the word human in front, with the emphasis on human?
It's just a resource. That's
exactly. They don't approach it as human resources. They don't approach it as human resources. They approach it as human resources. They forget the human part of it. And that's where things go wrong.
It's not even like human resources is kind of like a bad term because it's basically like it's basically customer service but internal for a company. So it should be like employee service is what like a proper term for human resources should be.
They forgot the word human in human resources. We're just
well, no, I don't think they forgot it. I think it was meant to make you feel good.
Or that. Either one.
Yeah. But I would say that even that human capital stock thing, like it still doesn't like it actually it's the opposite. It completely disregards the fact that people dying affects the economy, but whatever.
You know what?
Honestly, it's not even a term. It's not even a term. It's the fact that someone in a White House used it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing.
Yeah. That's
Joey. Go back to that comment because I want to. Joe buys. Yo, guys, having some crappy French beers here. So you're having French beers. Go ahead. Come on, that was a funny joke. Oh. He said he was having crappy French beers. I said, so you're having French beers.
No, actually, I'm showing this one for James.
French beers.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what?
No, it's super fun talking politics with guys, with people in general who aren't in the United States. Like it's fun for me. I don't know if it's fun for Matt, but like I
see. Here's the thing: Keith and I are way closer than he thinks. Like, because a lot of stuff he said, Matt doesn't agree with this, and he started talking about the people need. Humanity needs money, and people need money to survive. Like me and him are very close, like ethically and morally, and politically. It's just that I always try to look at the other side as much as I can and glean any kind of positive from it or any kind of understanding from it.
And that's your downfall.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, because that's your downfall because you only view your side and you never ever look at the other. So no matter what you do, you have a little bit of bias. Do you know what I mean?
But here's an interesting thing. I learned this from a goddamn science fiction show. Understanding is a three-edged sword. Your side, their side, and the truth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There is no such thing as an unbiased view. Mm. You will always be biased. You can't say I'm unbiased. You will always have a bias.
Unless your bias is exactly what is the truth, because you can have a bias
but what is the truth?
That is the truth? Well, that's the thing. The truth is the thing that changes or isn't.
Yes.
The truth isn't static, so the truth can change.
No, but what I'm saying, this is
based on whatever.
It's a Heisenberg uncertainty principle. You can't observe anything. You can't observe anything without influencing it. And that's exactly what's going on right now. You will always observe anything that you see politically, economically, whatever. You will always observe it with your own point of view.
Oh, absolutely.
There is no such thing as an unbiased point of view.
Oh,
I don't know, man. I know this guy who just started getting boxes from Hot Butcher that's pretty unbiased about things. So.
Oh dear,
that's funny. That's funny.
We've got an interesting comment down there below as well about a certain other beer shipper. Oh man, that guy. Oh dear.
No, this is what I was talking about. Yeah. Look, man, guys, this is you know what? We've been going at this for 2.5 hours.
It's time to fucking stop, dude. Come on.
It's nearing 11 p.m. here.
Oh yeah.
We should sort of round this up here.
Yeah, you told that like 45 minutes ago. So
that's exactly what you said before we started talking about all this.
Yeah, I know. Hey man, so, I'm guilty. I'm not gonna say I'm not.
So guys, the energy crisis. Where do you stand? Renewables or nuclear?
Jeez.
You know what I want to do?
Bum.
Keith. Yeah,
what?
I always want to bum. Keith.
What?
It's nearing Monday. New week is starting.
Yeah.
How you were looking into the new week?
Oh God, I'm not looking forward to it at all.
Okay, there we go. I was trying to go for a fun.
I am working all week and I don't want to do that. So
all right,
yeah.
well there you go. Yeah. Matt, how are you looking into the new week?
I love this week. I love this week for a couple different reasons. One, this is probably the peakest of peaks for me is I'm getting a new couch.
Awesome.
But let me preface that I purchased this couch in early, and I mean early as in like the 1st of July. That's how long I've been waiting for this fucking couch.
Yeah, but that's how long furniture takes.
That's what I'm saying. Well, no, it was they said we were gonna get it in early August.
Really?
And then they're like August, sometime in August, and then it was like took time, and they're like, yeah, COVID fucked this over to the point where like the furniture company doesn't make it. It was a broker for stuff, and the company that we chose, we basically chose the same company of the sofa we have now because we like their sofa so much, just a newer version of that. And I got a call from the owner of the company direct apologizing for it taking so long for my couch to come, and I was like, oh my god. And they said it was going to be there October 8th, so no call on 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and then 2 days ago I didn't call, I sent an email. I'm like, I'm not pressuring you guys, I know COVID's fucked, just wondering if you have any kind of ETA in this thing. You know what I mean? Like, again, I know it's stressing. I'm not complaining. I'm just curious, if it's going to be another couple of months or whatever. And then next day they're like, it's coming. So now I think they're lying and they're hoping it's going to be there on Monday, but we'll see what's what. So I'm getting a new couch, and I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, which sucks, but also that it's at 1. So I leave work early, and I don't know. It's getting cold and there's leaves out, and I'm getting a bunch of beer meals, and anyway.
The reason my week sucks is because I'm helping Matt move his old couch. Tomorrow.
Wait, Keith, can you get closer to your microphone? I can't hear you.
Yeah. Anyway, Keith, I need you to post videos of you moving Matt's couch. Matt, I need videos of you reviewing beers on your new couch. Gerben, what's your week looking like?
Not much. Only I got two days off on Monday and Tuesday, so because I already worked the weekend, so I only have to work 2 days this week. So,
yeah, that's fucking awesome. Any good beer stuff going on?
Probably, yeah. I don't know what, but probably review some beers. Yeah.
Cool. James,
some Swedish reviews, maybe.
Swedish.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm getting a mystery beer tomorrow in the mail, so.
Always good.
Yeah.
James, except for the entire, you need to bum a lot of hooligans. What's your week like?
This tomorrow I have a seminar on it's the I'm doing a history course just now, just for kind of shits and giggles, because it's interesting. So it's about the history of the Middle East. So it's about the Arab League, the foundation of the Arab League that we're looking at. So seminar. Then I've got an exam on Scandinavian economic development at the end of the week, and then I've got my Swedish classes, and working around that as well. So that's me. And then I'm actually trying the Trappist diet this week. I'm trying no food, but then like 2 beers a day.
Go for it.
I really just want to see if it works. I'm actually just seriously curious. I'm like, right, if I drink like 2 beers, if I drink only 2 beers a day and drink water the rest of the time, how much like weight would I actually lose? I'm just very curious about this.
This is where the Dunkle Weissen started, This is where
I've got loads of IPAs and stuff, but yeah.
There you go. So on top of that,
so two of these a day. Then you can only 2 of these.
So this is for everybody thinking that we only talk about politics and weird shit and COVID. We talk
And
about
hooligans.
beers as well and hooligans. Usually the discussion of politics staff is evolving even better after lots of beers, even crap French beer. To which Joe said, "Yo, indeed, I just entered this live. Yeah, just damn those French crappy beers. Fuck you with the French." Massive beer reviews is awesome. He knows his USA beers, top beers. That's the only thing he knows. He doesn't know anything about any other kind of beers. So he's an asshole.
I like Joe Buys right now.
He sent me actually Joe Buy sent me a lot of Stripes and barrel-aged beers, so he's cool. You have to try Italian crappy beer. They're probably worse than the French beer. Everything Italian is crappy. Politics or whatever, they always suck.
No.
Oh,
There's some good Italian beer, man. There's some good Italian beer. Tipo Pills is fucking classic. You got fucking there's some good Italian beer. I'm telling you right now, it's overpriced. It's always overpriced.
Yeah.
But
probably
there's some good
Italian
there's
beer.
some good ones.
Italian beer. Severio. Italian beer.
Saying
Italians can't help but put it in that shaped bottle every fucking time. They're like,
They love
this is
that
the
bottle.
Italian beer.
No, but the bottle is beautiful. The bottle is beautiful.
It's maybe meant to be Thomas. It's maybe meant to be a plug.
Hey Matt, did they get that? Did they get their ideas from Soul?
No, yeah. Pretty much.
Nobody gets that joke, but yeah. Whatever.
I love the fact that you guys had a lot of fun with it because that's the entire.
Matt doesn't even like that much
Little selling some
because that place sucks so much.
Sorry about the. Oh yeah, it's. To be quite frank, I just find the guy funny. It's just the fact he said something fucking horrible and just can't admit he did. It's that's it. But the guy is. I don't really want to go into too much on Thomas's channel, but it is just hilarious how
it is.
The web of bullshit that has come out of this guy is just fucking hilarious.
So I think we need to leave. Thomas looks like he's very tired.
Yeah.
No, I'm not tired. I'm just wearing a beanie and it makes me look like an idiot.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's the beanie, definitely.
Yeah. Get rid of the beanie.
No. Look, all the politics aside, guys. This was a great live stream, and I'm glad all of you joined. All the politics aside,
Bum.
That's it. Bum. Thank you very much for inviting me.
End of live stream.
I had a very good time. Thank you very much.
Everybody, thanks for joining. Keith, you were as eloquent as you were, what you do.
Thank you, Thomas.
Dutch Beer Geek, Gerben, thanks for joining the conversation. James, thanks for being so hooligan about all of this. And Matt, you were just massive. That's it.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
And we are all 109.5% sure. We're all 109.
No, 105.9. But yeah, as everybody's saying,
it's better.
So if it's really craft beer, it doesn't matter what country it is. If there's nice beers, it's just no problem.
Except if it's Dutch beer, because fuck those guys.
Fuck the Dutch. We suck. We have 1,500 craft beers. Most of them are awesome. Oh, for the Italians, yeah, but we have tons of craft. And Joe Buys is saying, by the way, guys, I love you. And on that bombshell, guys, I love you guys as well. It was a fun live stream. Nearly 3 hours. See all you guys in the live stream soon. And fuck it, I need to go to bed because it's 11 p.m.
Yeah.
And I got fucking work in the morning.
Yeah.
For you.
Me too. But it's not as late for me as you.
No, because you're an American hero.
Yeah, but I have to wake up and like.
Sorry, Matt. I wish I could have ended this live stream on Matt's laugh.
Sorry.
Oh, it's beautiful. Everybody, see you in another live stream. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
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 See you guys.